Oras na naman po para sa inyong Oppo Sports 5 Center at magsisimula po tayo sa ating game stories of the week. Lahat ng mga nagbabagang balita sa mundo ng sports. Kobe for the win as him and Kiefer Rivera lead the Philippines over Romania. And then, of course, it was a win for the host French team against the Philippines. And then Paul George proving that he wants out of Indiana come free agency next season.
All right, Tuesday, KD loving the Bay. Mukhang magtatagal pa si Kevin Durant, but unfortunately, they lost Jerry West. Lumipat na siya sa Clippers. And Kobe soars high but falls short of getting a spot in the 3-on-3 finals dunk contest.
Wednesday is where we find a strong finish courtesy of Jaron Ting as he took over and the Philippines win their closeout game. And then the new cast para sa Lake Show and big movements, but of course Brook Lopez in the middle is the big thing. And then speaking of big man, formerly of the Lakers, now with the Charlotte Hornets, Dwight Howard has now switched seats. And wrapping it up was a Game 1 thriller with R.R. Pugoy and Joshua Smith leading the way for TNT.
Thursday, Michael Phelps and Simone Biles finalists for EPIs. At ito nga, Mike Myers, bagong rest back, makakasama ng Gilas Pilipinas team sa 2017 Jones Cup sa Taiwan.
And then it was the draft of 2017 kung saan nakita natin si Markelle Fultz pumunta ng Philadelphia 76ers. Ito naman si Jimmy Butler now joining his former coach Tom Thibodeau in the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then Rachel Dakis, of course, stepping up para sa Signal as they take a win. And then the Beermen close out that day and tie the series at 1 apiece, led by all sorts of men.
And of course, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul opt out for free agency. Sino kaya ang kukuha sa kanila? At ito naman, Manny Pacquiao, lumipad na papuntang Australia para sa laban niya against Jeff Horn.
At yan po ang ating game stories of the week. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Dito tayo sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum Arena tayo with Miss Denise Tan. And it is game number 3 ng inyong PBA Commissioners Cup Finals, where the San Miguel Beermen and the TNT Katropa magtatapat na po sila as it is now a virtual best-of-5 series. Sino bang magwawagi at kukuha ng 2-1 series lead? And of course, we have our social media question, and this is what we want you guys to respond to.
Ayan nga ang ating social media question for today. Tabla na ang serye. Sino ang bibida para makaabante? Game 3, of course, very crucial, Aaron, with any or in any series.
Yes.
Talagang yan yung medyo nagsaset ng momentum.
We will be looking for your responses on Facebook and on Twitter. Ngayon, hihinto muna tayo dito. When we return, it will be the tip-off. It's TNT and SMB.
This is the PBA. The team that loses composure normally is the team that loses. We have to learn how to take the punches.
This is a game of adjustment eh. Hindi pwedeng makampante kami sa game namin ngayon. Parang chess match eh. Talagang bantayan namin sila kung anong gagawin.
Cross inside with a putback. And the Beermen will officially bag game number 2.
It is time to make a stand in the PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals. Game 1 decided by the slimmest of margins, while Game 2 decided by adjustment and controlling emotion. Something's gotta give, because Game 3 could be a turning point, because now everything reports back. It returns back to scratch. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Because it's the finals, we go threesome. This will neutralize Dominic Uy's ability to turn this into overtime. We've got Coach Ryan Gregorio. Coach, the team that lost the last game makes the adjustments for the next game.
That is exactly what happened. Dahil ng first game, single coverage against Smith. Pagdating sa second game, double team, hindi naka-adjust itong TNT. So titignan natin, pagdating sa game 3, ano ang mamamayani. Yun ang we have to look out for.
Exactly. In the meantime, interesting, Dom, that Charles Rhodes is that kind of import that seems to fit in well in this powerhouse San Miguel team.
Well, you talk about fitting in. Charles Rhodes, perfect import para dito sa San Miguel Beer. Bakit? Nagbibigay siya ng energy. Kung makita natin yung mga numero niya in Game 1 and in Game 2, very different for Charles Rhodes, but it doesn't matter para dito sa San Miguel. Kapag nag-click yung mga locals, Charles Rhodes does not need to score as much. He really feeds off yung binibigay sa kanya ng mga locals, and which is what happened in game number 1. He got 31 points, 13 rebounds, pero natalo sila. Game number 2, only 7 points, 11 rebounds. Didn't really have to play too many minutes because the locals had it under control. The bench guys were able to focus and put up the numbers, at basically in the third quarter, San Miguel was just coasting along.
And talking about the bench, that's the perfect segue to you, Coach. The bench seems to matter here in this particular finals.
Especially for San Miguel. Because in Game 1, San Miguel's bench only scored 18 points. Pagdating naman sa second game, 34 points led by Santos, 16 points, 11 in the first quarter. Now, how big is it? Pagdating sa San Miguel, most of their players, especially the first 5, are averaging close to 40 minutes. So pag binigyan mo ng magandang laro, yung bench nakakapahinga, even the starters. So that is how big the bench players played, especially ng San Miguel in Game 2. That's why they were able to win that game.
Completing our quartet of broadcasters for this game will be Cel Guevara. Let's go to Cel.
Okay guys, Coach Nash believes that everyone magmula sa starters hanggang sa bench, hindi naman sila nagkulang sa contribution nung Game 2, but they lost due to lack of composure. Magmula nung second quarter nung laban na iyon, na-frustrate na ng TNT that they could not defend the way they want to. So now, Coach Nash Rosella is encouraging everyone to go hard and focus on the game plan regardless if pabor sa kanila o hindi ang mga circumstances na mangyayari sa laban na ito. Balik sa inyo.
Well done, Cel. In the meantime, San Miguel, a tough defensive team. So much has been said, Dom, about the offense and strength of this team, but they can also take care of the inside.
One thing about the San Miguel Beermen, they know how to win. They know kung anong kinakailangan pagdating sa isang laro at kung sinong kalaban, kung ano ang kinakailangan nilang i-focus. In game number 1, they felt, you know what, ang dami masyadong binigay na points in the paint. Look at game number 2. 52 points in the paint, 11 blocks, 59 rebounds. Ooh. That's just going back to your strength. What is their strength? Your locals, Julmar Pardo, Arwin Santos, even their import able to get those rebounds and those blocks. At yun ang championship team, yun ang championship caliber. At parating sinasabi ni Coach Leo Austria, yung koponan ko marunong manalo.
Why do we have to pass it to Cel downstairs? Why can't we have Cel just sit here instead of you, Dom? Let's go to Cel.
Okay, dito natin malalaman na talagang may championship pedigree ang San Miguel Beermen. When I asked Coach Leo Austria, Coach, after a slow start, what made you win Game 2? He said, pride. So, kaya magmula nung Game 1 hanggang Game 2, the big difference was really focusing on the game plan the way they did in the past championships. So, tinatanong ko din si Coach Leo kanina, ano ba yung ginagawa mo to keep them encouraged and hungry after so many finals appearances? He said, the guys know the feeling of getting a championship and they don't want to give that to anybody. Back to you guys.
And they don't want to talk about it. I know the possibility of a Grand Slam could happen if they win this title here. Now, Coach Ryan, let's go to your benchmarks for this particular game.
Well, for one, it's very important for TNT to get Smith going, especially inside. He scored 21 points in Game 1, 47% shooting. So Jumbotron Smith must really dominate in the paint. But in Game 2, he had 11 points, turned the ball over 5 times, and 37% only from the field. The 2RR's offense must be on target. Game 1, Pugoy 27. Game 2, 0. Game 1, itong si RR Garcia 13. Pagdating sa pangalawang laro, 0. So namumroblema ngayon sila kung saan makakakuha ng puntos na yon. Now, limit the production of Chris Ross. 11 points in Game 1, they were able to win. Pagdating naman sa Game 2, yon, 20 points.
We'll get to Dominic's point of view in a short while. In the meantime, it's time for the national anthem of the Republic of the Philippines.
Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Puso at sabay-sabay po natin awitin ang pambansang awitin ng ating minamahal na Pilipinas. Bayang magiging pelas ng silangan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiging sa manlulupi, di ka ba sa dagat at tubog sa simoy sa langit mong bughang may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal ang kisap ng wataw at mo'y tagumpay na natinig ang bituin at araw na kayo may di ko didilim lupa ng araw na at itasin na buhay sa piling mo, aming ligaya na may mag-aakit ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
An opportunity for this big-sized crowd to come together, sing the national anthem. And in a short while, the starting lineup. There we go.
Welcome to the TNT Coliseum. This is Game 3 of the finals of the 2017 PBA Commissioner's Cup. This series is tied at 1 game apiece. And now let's meet the starters. First, for TNT Katropa. At guard number 17, Jason Castro. At the other guard, number 16, RR Pugoy. At forward, number 14, Anthony Samarad. At the other forward, number 7, Mo Tautua. And at center, number 21, Kelly Williams. Head coach for TNT Katropa is Nash Rosella. And now the starters for the San Miguel Beermen. At guard number 6, Chris Ross. At the other guard, number 5, Alex Cabagnot. At forward, number 0, Charles Rhodes. At the other forward, number 13, Marshall Lassiter. And at center, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach for the San Miguel Beermen is Leo Austria. Our referees for Game 3, Peter Rao, and Campeon, Mark Montoya, and Mike Fortaleza. This game is held under the supervision and regulation.
And the starting lineups for both clubs have already been introduced. And we will start with Castro, Pugoy, Williams, Semerad, and Tautua. San Miguel, on the other hand, more or less standard issue. We kind of know it well by now. And the first one brought to you by Cobra. Simulan ng labanan ng tunay na lakas. And Here we go with game number 3. It's underway. I love this first few moments, Coach Ryan. I'll get to you in a while. Dominic Uй's keynotes, Dom.
Una-una, Chris Ross and Kabagi space. Why? Because I feel they are the fuel, they are the anchor para dito sa San Miguel Beer. Mapadepensa, mapangupensa. Energy from the bench. The bench is always a question for San Miguel dahil napakalakas ng kanilang front or ng starters. The bench needs to come back and play once again. Get back and locate on transition. Why? The biggest weapon of TNT in any game is their shooters. So kinakailangan makabalik ka agad at malocate ang mga shooters ng TNT.
Thank you, Dom. Don't feel so bad. I will never exchange you for anybody else.
Thank you.
Okay.
I feel secure now.
Okay. Now, Coach Ryan, I always ask you about these early moments. You practice, you down to the film. These are the moments when the coaches look at the game and be quiet.
Well, for San Miguel, I believe na maganda yung start nila because itong si Lassiter has been struggling the first 2 games from the outside. So for Coach Leo Austria, he needs this game to get the confidence going for his #1 shooter from the 3 and 3 and off. He was able to make a shot in the deep corner for his first 3-pointer in the series.
Lassiter with 8 points in each of the first 2 games, and current count is 3-2. Pleasant Sunday evening, saan man kayo nanonood sa ating magandang bayan. Ang Game 3 ng Commissioner's Cup Finals. Samantala, may maagang foul. Si Tautua at si Tautua tinawagan.
Makikita mo simula nitong laro. Kanina nga nakashoot yung Marshall Lassiter, but right away on their setup play, San Miguel trying to post up. Alam nila, lamang sila sa pintura.
Rhodes forced to kick it outside. Shot clock down to 7. Here's an outside attempt. It's a bit offline on the rebound claim by Kelly Williams. Here's Castro through the gut of the defense. And the Basta. Nice move!
And that's the pace that I was talking about. They force a turnover right away. Easy points para sa San Miguel. That gets them into a rhythm a lot quicker.
Ross with 20 points in the last game, and a traveling violation whistled against TNT.
Now back-to-back turnovers here for TNT. It's going to be a problem for them as we take a look at this. Castro turned the ball over against Chris Ross, and he was able to complete it with a layup.
It's a refresh move brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down.
You look at the numbers of Jason Castro. 14 points per ball game, but very low in terms of percentage. Only 37% from the field. So he's really bothered by the defense of Chris Ross.
In the meantime, Cabagnot guilty of a traveling violation early on. It is 5-2 San Miguel.
At na-highlight kasi na napakaganda ng laro ng Jason Castro against Ginebra in that clinching game. So San Miguel, right away, #1 focus, Jason Castro in this series.
Castro, 14 points in each of the games. This shot won't go. Lead pass to the Kraken. He touched it last.
A good thing for TNT. They were able to force a turnover. But if you're Moto Tua, you don't want to take that step back jumper because you're not forcing Fajardo to play defense. And the other side of that is if you go harder and attack the basket, you might get 1 or 2 fouls early. And when that happens, po si Fajardo na maaga dyan. Mamong problema sa rotation yung San Miguel.
Jason Castro just hitting that perimeter jumper. Alam mo, laki ng improvement ito si Jason Castro, si Chris Ross. Pag umakit ka sa PBA, you really have to develop some kind of outside shot.
Saka para tumagal ka. It's one thing to be able to make it. Another thing to consistently make those shots.
And the evolution is just fantastic. We've talked about these 2 guys. Early on in their careers, wala talagang outside shooting. Of course, Castro, known to be a blur. Pe-penetrate, shoot ng fast break, titira ng layup. Ganon din si Chris Ross. But dahil sa tagal nila sa liga, napalabutan ng mga galing naman na laro, they were able to develop that outside shot. Now they're harder to guard.
In the meantime, the attempt, it results in a foul.
And what you really like about San Miguel, I keep saying this every time I cover a game ng San Miguel, yung unselfishness nila. Keeping their eyes on the prize, and that's partly yung report ni Cel kanina. How are they motivated? They've won so many championships. They're in the finals, a lot of the conferences. Pero ngayon, ang eye on the prize na to be able to get a Grand Slam. And it just gets harder and harder. Nakuha na nila yung una. Itong pangalawa will be harder. And the next one, if they win this one, itong seryeng ito, mas mahirap pa yun.
How many teams have we seen through the years that have wanted to win that Grand Slam but get snarled in the second conference? Get an import they don't like, an import gets injured. Things just happen occasionally to these teams that aspire for the Grand Slam. Wiggled open. No. Rebound fought for. Smith is there. The pass is a little weak. And it's on the line. It'll go to San Miguel.
There's too many turnovers here for TNT. Ross was not able to get that turnover, but he was the one who deflected that pass once again, forcing Castro to commit his second turnover here in the first quarter.
You know, Ross does so many things that are not seen in the stats sheets. And here comes Lassiter sneaking in from behind Castro. Come up, no, unloads, won't work. And here comes Kelly Williams hauling it down.
You gotta credit that defense from San Miguel. They haven't given TNT a good look to the basket so far.
Here's Castro, open, three, no, rebound, loose. Lassiter takes it away. Is it a loose ball foul against Lassiter? Yes, it is. So Marshall Lassiter, foul number 1.
And this is an adjustment now, the way the game is being officiated. The coaching staff of San Miguel was actually saying that there's a closer referee that should have called that foul. But under the term of Commissioner Narvasa, there is a blind spot. So maski malayo ka at nakita mo, you can actually call it even if it's not within your space.
Kelly Williams.
Except insight yun kay Coach Ryan Gregorio.
Because?
Hindi about the officiating.
You left the audience hanging.
Hindi, insight yun kasi alam naman natin si Coach Ryan is very much involved with these things. Saka coach din siya dati. So talagang mahirap yung adjustment. Pagdating dun sa, in-game, that you feel that the calls are called differently today as they were yesterday.
Yeah, that's correct.
All I will say is nice out, though. Lassiter dribbling around the Philippine archipelago. That shot does not work. Rhodes tries to clean up the mess. He does. May kasamang foul.
And that's what we're talking about. Don't see Charles Rhodes. He is definitely talented. He's got a lot of athleticism. But he does not need to flourish all of that all the time because of his teammates surrounding him.
And this move is brought to you by Smart. Enjoy Smart's newest and fastest LTE network now.
What I like about that play is the consciousness of Ross to give that ball to Lassiter. So he's been trying to feed that ball to Lassiter to get his rhythm. And what is nice also with the way San Miguel is running their offense is locals are shooting, weak side rebounding Rhodes. Nung game 1, it was Rhodes na wala yung rhythm ng mga local players.
Semirat, by the way, in the game. This is the Semirat of TNT. And a whistle interrupting play. Let's send it now to Sal Guevara.
Speaking of Charles Rhodes, he is celebrating his birthday today. SMB Import is turning 32 today. Pag nanalo, may handaan. Pag natalo, walang pakain. So, his slow input in Game 2 is Rhodes' gift for the team. And that is to defend all throughout this series. So, he will give up his points as his gift to San Miguel para manalo sa seryeng ito. Balik sa inyo.
So, nakasalalay ang pansit ng San Miguel sa kanilang pagkakapanalo.
Kasama ba tayo doon?
Buti na lang, Seb. Yung pansit natin, nakasalay na lang kay Coach Ryan.
Oo. Kasi back-to-back eh.
Oo. Mukhang hindi lang pansit, ha? May manok pa.
Oo. Chooks to go.
Chooks to go.
Samantala, Ross again sneaking in from behind. Lassiter wanting to lock and load, couldn't. Here's Ross, says, why don't I try? Look short, it is. And the ball is in the hands of the Blur. 6:26 remaining dito po sa ating first quarter play. Castro tried to blow by Ross. Offensive foul on, looks like Smith.
And again, who made that happen? On the initial attempt of Castro to blow by Ross, Ross was there. Pagdating sa pick and roll, offensive foul called against Smith. Turnover once again for TNT.
Substitution R.R. Garcia for Jason Castro.
Some changes have been made in the lineup during the last timeout. Arwin Santos, Green Sox and all, already on the floor. He had 16 points in San Miguel's win in game number 2. Both Semirads are on the floor. In the meantime, time for our Moneyball question. Natin sa inyo ng Phoenix Accelerate. Ito ang ating tanong. Sino ang nakastandby na import ng TNT Katropa? Johnson Green, Josh Jackson, Mike Myers. Hala, sige, pindot na. And the penetration finds its way home. San Miguel by 6 with under 6 minutes to go, opening quarter. By the way, I failed to mention Randy Del Campo is already in the game. And Reyes, who missed the first game but played in the second, gets a drive to go.
Well, this is an important player for TNT on both ends because he can score and he can also defend. Now, announcing his entry early, he missed his first game. He did not score in the second game, and now he has a chance for a three-point play.
And that's a fresh move brought to you by Rexona. Oh, let you down. That won't work. In the meantime, the ball is retained. But yes, it is a foul on that last sequence. Arvin Santos guilty of that foul. His first, the fourth on the Beerman.
Arvin Santos, star game number 2. Aside from the points, meron pa yung nangyari nga sa kanila ni R.R. Pugoy. And Arvin Santos, you should expect him to come out guns a-blazing once again because of that pride na pinag-uusapan nga kanina ni Sel na sinasabi ni Coach Leo Austria.
It was just on target because they were down 17-0 in the first few minutes of the first quarter. He entered the ball game, scored 11 points in that quarter, 3 out of 3 from three-point area, and after that, it was all San Miguel.
Nearly a wasted pass. Here's a corner jump shot that finds its way home. It's a three-point shot brought to you by Oppo F3 plus dual selfie camera.
Also again, Ranadel Del Campo, he did not play in the first game because he was down with the flu. Played limited minutes in game 2, hardly a factor, but right now he comes into the ball game early in the first quarter and was able to hit that 3. He will be the best floor spacer here, and if he shoots that consistently, Smith will have bigger space inside to operate.
Look at those battles inside. How do you coaches handle these things in the finals? Nakakatulog po ba kayo?
Hindi na. Yung mga ganito, back-to-back games.
Pero, alam mo, nung nag-coach si Coach Ryan, hindi mo makikita sa mukha niya di ba?
Ito, ano na.
Parang parating galing lang ng spa.
Pero revelation na to. Kaya hindi ako lumaki.
baka nga galing sa spa.
Bagong masahe.
Yan ang solusyon sa stress doon. Yes. Ronnie Del. Open shot. No. Yung mga producer natin nagkamali yata sa pag-combine sa ating tatlo. Nag-iisip na yung mga producer natin, bakit itong tatlo ito pinagsama natin ngayong gabi? 12-11 po ang ating bilang. May foul doon sa huling eksena.
Tubid, yes.
Ayan, pinagagalitan na ako ni Roy Lopez na maaga pa lang si Tubid daw ang foul.
Turnovers para din sa TNT. Obviously, one of the things na kinakailangan talaga nila matingnan because those first 6 minutes, the turnovers were not kind to them.
Garcia and Corks, it won't connect, and the rebound controlled by Arvin Santos. scoop pass to Lassiter. He attacks. Dish. The ball is not loose.
If you look at all the runs of San Miguel in their championship, parating merong Arwin Santos factor in a number of games. Yung mga pantawid. Chris Ross, always consistent there. Best player of the ball game. Then you have 1 or 2 for Marshall Lassiter. Pero yung consistency at yung solid performance ng Arwin, siya yung bunot. Siya yung first guy off the bench in game number 2. Kagaya na sinabi ni Coach Ryan, 11 points in that first quarter. 3 out of 3 from that 3-point area. Yun na, nagpalit na ang fortune ng San Miguel.
He seems to have gotten used to that role, Coach Ryan.
Oh yes, dahil yung ownership ng role na yun, some players will take it negatively if they come off the bench and if you're a superstar, but not Arwin Santos. He knows the value that he has in this team and he was able to embrace it in such a way na talagang no issue at all at nabibiyayaan sila ng napakaraming kampyonato.
In the meantime, Anthony Semerad kept going, finally got it to go. Here's Arwin, top of the keyhole, that's it, fly from 16, gets it to bind!
And as if on cue, Dom, a big shot. And that is a hard shot. Usually, a guy like Arwin Santos will just spot up and shoot that 3. Pero nakadevelop na rin siya ng in-between game. Na jump shot pa yung kanyang pagtapos.
Look at this FEU program. So many players from that program here in the PBA already. R. Garcia with a great undergoal staff. He could have taken the shot but decided, let's try it inside.
Binawian si Kuya Arwin.
15-14 count. Here's Ross. Nice shake it back. They'll call the offensive crowd. And here is Ross with his usual conversation with the official.
I really like this matchup na ginawa ni Coach Nash Rosella. Chris Ross, binabantayan ni Semerad. Because Semerad, you wouldn't think to try to stop Chris Ross. I feel this is a really good on-point adjustment by Coach Nash here in the finals.
Or opposite side. Right here? Okay. Josh starts here. Try natin dito. A different look. Ideally sa face side naman si Josh. Side? No, but we'll cross screen. Okay. Pasa ko sa'yo. Going this way. Okay, going that way. Josh starts here. He wants to go to the side. Ranidel is here. Okay, so ganun lang tayo. Enter to Ranidel side. Once you get a pass. Pasa ko. Okay, Ryan, RR dito. Okay, pasa. And then replace lang. Move lang tayo. Okay, so on the cross screen, Ranidel passes. Okay, so Ranidel.
Okay, ang ating sagot dun sa ating unang manifold question sa inyo ng Phoenix Accelerate ay si Mike Myers. Hindi yung artista ang naka-standby na import ng TNT tropa. Kasi kung si Smith hindi niya kakayanin at yung injury niya continuously bugging him. And meantime, there's a basket. Big factor ito si paglalaro ngayon ni Ranidel.
Yes, because when you prepare against Katropa, you prepare against Jason Castro and inside incursion of Smith. But with Ranidel inside, Ranidel is one guy who can create his own basket. So, importante talaga na yung dimension ni Ranidel maging productive for his team.
Smith with his familiar muscle move inside earlier, a basket by Cabagnot. He has 4 points.
May mga nagsasabi 350 pounds daw, di ba? Itong si Josh Smith. Pero tignan naman gumalaw. Ang ganda ng footwork na ginagawa nito si Josh Smith. Pero bago nang pakita natin, itong jumper ni RDO.
Free throw time. Jukes to go. Free throw ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan.
And another dimension that Ranidel brings to the table is they aggressively double team Smith. Pero kung nandyan si Ranidel, magkakaroon ng space si Smith to operate. Kaya siya na-foul dun sa play na yon.
Pipiliin mo either magdo-double ka ng maaga, iiwanan mo either RR or RDO.
Yes.
Opening quarter is down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Cabagnot lets it by. Tubin tries to snap it loose, unsuccessful. And there's a foul off the dribble. Is this Heruela guilty of the foul?
It's not a very good foul because team penalty na sila. So 2 free throws will be given to RR.
Itatanong ko sa iyo, si Heruela, lagi isa sa mga madalas bunutin ni Leo Austriano series against Star, ginagawa ngayon. What does he see in Heruela that we possibly yung iba hindi nakikita?
Well, for one, is a very good defender. He can keep in step with anybody. He's willing to sacrifice his body. And number 2, he has a very good teamwork with Junmar Fajardo. So alam niya kung saan ang pasa kay Junmar. Paborito rin siya ni Junmar. Nire-request yan si Heruela na sana magkasama sila sa loob.
Yung free throw na yun, natin sa inyo ng chooks to go, nag-iisang manok ng bayan.
Dagdagan ko lang, Brian Heruela also does not turn the ball over too many times.
Kasi nung rotation ng San Miguel noon, sa start, 8 lang, siya yung 9 na ginamit. The meantime, this possession is busted. RDO picking it up and he's on the attack on the trail. Tubin drops, no call there. The shot overcooked and the rebound in the hands of Cabagnot. Diagonal cross-court, Heruela, open, yes! It's a 3-point shot brought to you by Oppo F3 plus dual selfie camera.
Coach Rai.
And I've said this also in game 2. If you allow Heruela to play and he scores, bonus na yun eh. But yung kanya, yung depensang ganon, medyo naiwan siya sa particular situation na yun. Pero yung pahingang nabibigay kay Ross, pag yung kanyang player efficiency mataas, it's gonna serve San Miguel well, especially if it's a long series.
Heruela did not see action in game 1, did not score in brief action in game number 2. In the meantime, the ball is lost, but to be retained at the baseline by the Beermen.
I like the demeanor that time of Josh Smith and itong si RR Pugoy. Di sila nagsisihan.
Oh, man, naman. Power move ng quarter, hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas.
Yung mga ganun, yung dalawa, magkakampi, nagagawan sa bola. Sa barangay, hindi nagkaamuyan.
Oo.
Yun. Alam mo yung first 2 quarters ng dalawang laro. Ang first quarter ng dalawang laro, parehong close ang score. 31-24, 32-24. Nagkakahiwalayan lang talaga sa second and third quarter. Lalo na ng third quarter ng San Miguel ng game 2. Huli ka sa taas, sa kapupunta. Pinasok kay Smith, nawala. Napulot ni Heruela. Tingin ahead. Cabagnot looking at Arwin. Can't throw a pass. Masyado masikip. The zigzag. The scoop is good.
That change of pace of Alex Cabagnot is just deadly. Pwede siya pumunta sa kaliwa, pumunta sa kanan. When he first started out in the league, it was all mostly left side. And they didn't really have a jumper. Pero ngayon, kompleto na ang laro ni Alex Cabagnot.
Oh, fantastic skill set. And his handle is just incredible.
And Garcia couldn't care less if it was the Kraken watching over him. Warner is down to 16 seconds. Parang early rounds ng boxing ito eh. Back and forth. Palitan ng jab at saka kombinasyon. Cabagnot wiggles open. Forces it up. Right away!
And another thing that he has developed so well is scoring off the pick and roll. He's just hard to guard.
Last shot, wide. And look at this, how close is close. At the end of 12 minutes of PBA action, the score is knotted together at 23. Stay around for the second quarter.
Wow! Unbelievable!
OMG! This is so viralicious!
In-upload ko na yung songs natin sa YouTube account natin!
Ting-ting man yan, siksik naman ng mga muscle, maraming laman. Mga bakal na, binabarbell ko, dinadumbbell niya lang.
Second quarter, just stepping in, and comparison between the great guards of this battle, coach.
27 minutes only. That's what Chris Ross needed in Game 2 to score 25 rebounds and 9 assists. Totally outplayed Jason Castro. What is nice is this is really one of the barometers in this series, the way these two players will play. And chances are, kung maganda yung isang laro ng isang gwardiya, mananalo ang kanyang koponan.
And the quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Mike laban ka. Dominic, did you see any telltale signs as Castro does this? Anong indication? I'm not surprised with the score. It's tied at 23.
Well, you like how San Miguel, you know, they're not, it was such an explosive start for them. Nakabalik itong TNT. But kita mo sa kanila, walang panic. They are now slowly putting in the guys coming off the bench. And at nandun lang. So they're preserving a little bit for a strong finishing kick. Yun ang nakikita ka dito sa San Miguel.
And probably TNT, as Arwin Santos drills it in, TNT playing with a better even keel in this game. Not getting bothered that early on.
Composure was really the key. They lost it in Game 2, but dito sa particular quarter na to, all the way to sa early part of the second quarter, maganda yung kanilang pinapakitang sistema, especially Castro. Castro in the first few minutes of the first quarter turned the ball over 4 times. But now, pumipenetrate na siya, balik yung kumpiyansa and is scoring, and that is exactly what TNT needs in Game 3.
And what a lesson to learn from game number 2, which they lost. Final score was 102-88. Here's Kapagnon. Pick and roll, different variety. It is a foul in the sequence.
Tough matchup para kay R.R. Garcia against Alex Kapagnon. And on a pick and roll.
Rhodes is back, so is Ross. Baba muna si Heruela at saka si Santos. Si Heruela. Woo! Naka-score din.
Bonus eh.
Bonus yun, 3 points pa.
Here's Rhodes. Wants to party after this game to celebrate his birthday. Hits the glass.
So, alam na ni Charles Rhodes ngayon ano yung pansit.
I think either he knows or he'll find out soon enough.
Or siguro sabi niya pasta. Pasta.
Sino na nagsabing pansit? Sabi magpapakain.
Kaya papakain pala.
Nakikialam lang naman tayo. That won't work. It circles out. Here comes the rebound. Nobody's possession until Rhodes took it away.
Kung talking about birthday celebrants, gusto rin ng TNT na makakuha ng panalo dahil birthday kahapon ng kanilang team manager na si Virgil Villavicencio.
Nako! Boss, Virgil, happy birthday!
Rhodes drills in the shot from long distance. It's now 30-25, a three-point shot brought to you by Oppo F3 Plus Dual Selfie Camera. Up!
And look at the way Chris Ross really is defending Jason Castro. Oh, but he used his quickness there. But on the second line, meron pang Junmar Fajardo to bother his shot.
Alam mo mabigat dito kay Chris Ross pag siya dumidepensa sa'yo. He's tall. He's about 6'2". He's quick. But at the same time, he's also strong. So kaya niya mag-over the pick, under the pick. Kaya kanya habulin. Pwede nga hindi ka makadaan dun sa pick dahil nauunahan ka dun sa posisyon.
TNT has to solve the scoop shot of Alex Cabagnot, which is hit 3 times so far.
Dancing naked in my living room. She's straight out of college, she's turned 22. Girl, get your money up, I ain't even ready to. Got you all on me, making me catching attitude. Tell them don't start it, my niggas retarded. The niggas in the sentence, I got a good lawyer. I got a few girls on the way, baby girl, you ain't leaving. It's my birthday, okay, get up and let me eat it. Up on you, and I'm sorry.
Thank you very much, PBA Dance Crew.
Subdivision Jonathan Smith for Troy Rosario.
And the Beermen, for that shot, engineering a 9-2 run and forcing that timeout. Cabagnot getting away with murder with those layups.
Well, it was a badly needed timeout by Coach Nat Rosella. Because, of course, you look at Game 2 once again, in the second quarter, for over 6 minutes, hindi nakascore yung TNT. And he does not want the same thing to happen again in Game 3. Kaya in the 9:24 mark ng second quarter, tumime-out na ulit siya. At yung sinasabi mo, Alex Cabagnot, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, majority happening here in the second.
Well, we talked about the pace para dito sa San Miguel. Always Cabagnot, always Chris Ross are the ones that engineer and start the engine ng San Miguel.
Excellent collapsing defense by San Miguel. Twisting shot offline from Espinas. Here comes the takeaway by Ross. Castro feeling there. He may have been fouled. The pass into the air. Rhodes can't get to it. The ball is loose. Nobody's possession. Semadan has it. Everybody's still in the backcourt. Look at the tie up there. Nobody's ball until this foul is called.
Now, the frustration is happening right now because of the defense of Chris Ross against Jason Castro. It's very seldom that you see Jason Castro react that way. No foul has been called. Back-to-back turnovers for Jason Castro. Ayan, no, he felt like he was fouled, and as a result, yun yung kanyang mga swing. Aided, of course, by a little acting job na binila naman ng referee.
frustration para kay Jason Castro. 4 turnovers in that first quarter. And yung defense talaga ni Chris Ross, like we were saying, he's so quick, he's always in your face. Hindi ka makahinga kapag bumabantay sa'yo si Chris Ross.
Chris Ross is probably TNT's biggest nightmare. Here's Rhodes. They ISO him. Somebody lurking inside. Kabagnot and Rhodes play this two-man game. Turnaround shot. Yeah!
Charles Rhodes, 6 points now. Rather, 7 points now in the second quarter.
Now, if you're TNT, you need a picking response. You got to calm down here. Go to your game. And Semerad is beginning to like the distance there.
And the defense is just so concentrated against Smith. If he is inside, they're sagging off the 4-man because the designated doubler is the other big man. So si Semerad sometimes plays the 3, plays the 4. Naku-confuse ngayon kung sino yung magsasag. Kaya nagkakaroon siya ng opening from the outside.
Semerad with 4 points. Kabagnot shot is way offline. San Miguel's lead is 5 points. Are you leaving me wide open? It's a 3-point shot. Brought to you by Oppo F3 Plus Dual Selfie Camera. I can't believe I'm this open.
Miscommunication that time on the matchup for San Miguel. Again, it is because of one guy. Semerad sometimes plays the power forward position, sometimes the 3. Nagkakaproblema ngayon sa coverage ng tatlong maliliit ng San Miguel.
Lassiter reloading after losing the ball on that drive. San Miguel's big lead earlier has now been reduced to just 2. An opportunity for the Katropa to tie up the count. Shot clock reduced to 10. They need to make a decision sooner. And just about now, the open shot is on its way. No!
Good ball rotation that time by TNT. And Kelly Williams could have actually taken that and made the defense of San Miguel be more honest.
Boy, just couldn't nail it. Here comes Governor. He's trying to create separation, but short it is. Looked like a wrong foot takeoff there. In the meantime, in the corner we go. Semerad could have traveled the shot. No, there's a push. It'll go the other way. It'll go to San Miguel.
Offensive foul or loose ball foul at the rebounding end will be called against Jumbotron. Good blackout defense done by Espinas there to prevent that weak side rebound. And another possession for San Miguel because of this mistake by Smith.
Is that his third foul? It is his third foul. And the graphic just confirming that as well. Here's the open Lassiter attempt. No, sir. And Smith says, before I go out, I'll collect a few more boards here. Here's Reyes back in the fray. Bob inside Smith. Open. Yes. And with a foul as well.
That's just good ball movement by TNT.
It is nice because you don't really know where the help is going to come from because there is a triangle offense happening on one side. A quick seal, a baseline drop step. He's too deep. He cannot be stopped in situations like that.
Got beat by Espinas, and it's a fresh move nonetheless brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down. Boy, the challenge to remain composed in the finals.
It's always mental. The finals is 70% mental, 30% physical. Kasi wala ka na, hindi na nagaganda yung kondisyon mo. Hindi ka na dapat makaramdam ng pagod. A lot of it is mental preparation. Be able to make those little adjustments, delaying a little bit, or helping out a little bit more.
And even practice sessions, usually yan, viewing na lang yan. Wala na masyadong things done on the court.
Here's Semerad busting loose, trying to control the ball, can't.
It looks like na it was an unforced error, pero Ross again was in that situation to force that turnover.
Kasi you'll have to defend it. Yung bola, kapag nandyan si Chris Ross, you have to be able to protect that, to be able to make sure that you get to the basket.
story about Joshua Smith and the injury. They were not sure whether he'd play in these finals or not, but look at the disparity or the difference between Game 1 and Game 2.
Just night and day, 21 points, only 11 in the second game. He only played a little over 15 minutes in Game 2. Did not get his rhythm, and he was just thrown off by the double teaming scheme done by San Miguel every time he gets that ball down low.
San Miguel didn't want him to throw that jump hook of his that killed him in Game number 1. Here's the open shot by Ross.
San Miguel is all fired up now.
And they lead by 2 with time down to 5 minutes. Reyes inside to Daltua. Nudge from behind. Nudge from behind. Regained nonetheless. San Miguel not wasting time with their shot clock. Taking the shot early. And there's a follow-up.
Again, the bench mark of San Miguel. Espinas is in there. David Semerad, who also had a very productive game in Game 2, getting the minutes here in Game 3.
Ito si David Semerad, di nga ginagamit yan nung ibang serye, but because of the deep bench also of San Miguel, able to get some minutes.
Did not play in Game 1. Ross, that attempt does not work, and here's the rebound control by Mo Tautua.
Equalizer lang kaya pinasok nung ganda ng laro ni Anthony nung Game 1. Pagdating nung Game 2, nagbantayan pa yan. Magkapatid na yan.
And Garcia knocking down the 3. He has 6 in the game. Buo ang loob ni Garcia.
Well, dito, he has found a home dito sa TNT. It's his best conference so far in his PBA career.
Tama ba yan? 15 puntos na? Ibang klase? Oo, 15 puntos na.
Sorry, hindi ko nakita. 15 nga.
Kasi...
Maabante ka, hindi ko makita. Hindi ko makita yung seconds ni Roy.
5 fault.
Okay, we're fine. So, tama ka, 15 points.
Hindi, ganun o. Tama.
Hindi, tama. Tingin ko...
1 and 5.
Tingin ko 6 eh. Kasi mali ka rin, Roy eh. Pag PBA, unang right hand, yun ang... Oh, never mind.
Oh, sorry na tayong dalawa.
Never mind. Never mind.
Pero nakakagulat talaga yung 15.
Diba? Yung scoring base niya.
Ako rin eh. Kasi 3 puntos lang ang score nito ng Game 2 eh.
Sabi ni RR, ay, kala niyo. Sabi ni Kraken, laro tayo muna. Looking, shopping around. There's the open shot. Marshall Lasker! It's a 3-point shot, and San Miguel has a 2-point lead.
Fajardo has not scored, but he has given opportunities for his teammates.
That's a good point.
And that is why yung 4 locals love playing with him because alam na pag dinoble team, he's unselfish enough to make the extra pass.
Yung Chris Ross at yung Cabagnot they know kapag it's in a tight situation, they'll give it up. And if you're open, bibigay nila, you just gotta knock it down.
Here's a pass, a touch pass by Arwin Santos. Semerad can't knock it in. And the ball is loose. Sandali, may foul off the rebound. Ito na, giriyan. Ito na, labas ang mga emosyon. Kailangan nawatin ito.
And these are the emotions of the PBA finals.
At ito rin yung mga...
Hiwalay na nila.
Hiwalay na. Masyado nang nagkakagirian. Pero ganito rin yung mga sitwasyon. Kaya napapamahal ang PBA sa puso ng Pilipino dahil telenovela ng mga Pilipino ito PBA.
You wanna start? Telenovela? Look at this. This is what happened. Take us through this, Coach.
Ito, from the weak side, look at the way Ross was trying to get offensive rebound. A little bump from Reyes, but look at the foot of Ross. It got entangled, and as a result, parang napate doon si Reyes. Yun ang nakita ng referee. A deliberate foul or a flagrant foul, depending on the verdict. Pero after that, ayun na, nagkagiriin na yung dalawang manlalaro.
Parang ano yun, yung palabas sa hyper, yung UFC.
Alam mo, itong paalala lang natin dahil galit din si Ryan Reyes. Why? Because he got injured. Yes, it was the angle.
Right. Yes, I saw that. But kailangan hiwalay na eh.
Oo,
alam mo,
tsaka
ang the best call dyan usually yung i-warn mo na pareho. Para tapos na yung salitaan.
Para one mistake you die.
Oo.
In other words, di ba?
Especially kay Ross because he was guilty of flagrant foul.
Oo, flagrant foul.
So isang technical na lang, he will be ejected.
Itong si Chris Ross kasi, you know, he's such a great teammate. At because he's always in your face and he's always there and he gets so many calls because he's able to anticipate. That's why that emotion of the opposing player really rises up kapag kalaban mo siya.
In the meantime, just quickly, dribblers, open your money ball up. Dahil ito na ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball question number 2. Pang-ilang PBA Finals appearance na ito na San Miguel Beermen. Wow, malalaking numbers to. 38, 37, o 36. 1, 2, and 3. Sel Guevara, please join us.
We've seen how Chris Ross bothered Jason Castro and now Ryan Reyes. So FYI lang sa drawing board ni Coach Nash Rosella, there is ROSS in all caps written sa kanyang drawing board. So the F1 slap on Chris Ross obviously is a sign of relief for TNT. Timeout muna sa pagdepensa sa kanya. Balik sa inyo.
Boy, Ross is in their minds. And why not?
He's not really known to be a dirty player. He's just a pesky defender and he's all over the court.
And he's always there in front of you.
Hindi ka nga sa Tagalog, pang-asar lang talaga eh. Pang-gulo eh.
Alam mo yung defensive, yung peskiness niya, mahambing mo kay Ronald Tubid eh.
Tama.
In a way,
Yung nauunahan ka sa posisyon.
Aha, nakawala. Eto na, Spider-Man.
Wow!
In the air! Caught in the air! Huli ka! I think Aaron took it too casually. Akala niya hindi siya abutin ni Jason. Campo Reyes! Yes! And this game is rocking!
Huge because on the defensive end, can you imagine that? The blur blocking Spider-Man and they were able to complete it with that three-pointer of Reyes on the other side.
And rubbing some salt on the wounds of San Miguel in that sequence. 3-point lead by the Catroba. Erwela trying to make a decision. 1:32 remaining. Forced shot on that one. Taken away by Castro. Keeps his footing and a foul by Arvin Santos in the backcourt.
Not great spacing that time by San Miguel on the offensive end. Nandyan si Junmar. There's nobody else who can defend him on the post. But Junmar was way up high that time.
Move brought to you by Smart. Enjoy Smart's newest and fastest LTE network now. And now look at this assist brought to you by Cebuana Luwilier. Handang mag-assist kahit saan man sa bansa with over 4,000 locations. Tara na sa Cebuana.
Now, if you're TNT, you want to win against San Miguel, you cannot just be brilliant on one end. You have to do it on both sides of the court. Play tough defense and score on the other side.
And not make turnovers to give yourself an opportunity to score.
Parang matatapos na ang panahon na. Sunod-sunod na yung binabasa ko. Okay, eto na. Ang answer doon sa ating Moneyball question ng hatid sa inyo ng Phoenix Accelerate. Ang answer ay 38 PBA Finals na ito. 38 na ito ng San Miguel Beermen. We have a 30-second timeout. Okay naman magsalita.
Hindi, sa daldal nga namin ito, yan na lang ang chance mo eh.
Kailangan natin patrabahuhin si Seb.
Sige. Si Bernard ang pinabago niyo, ang ating floor director. Pero ito, good-sized weekend crowd enjoying this with saan man kayo naroroon. May isa pa si Bernard dito, sandali lang ha. O ito, kung roll it anytime you want it. This is the power move of the quarter brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Daming Cobra nitong laro na to. Tunay na lakas. And it's a macho eyeball-to-eyeball kind of game wherein the one that flings might lose here.
Oh, definitely.
Hindi ka pwede mapikon eh. Ang pikon talaga laging talo.
Kasi all you want is mawala ng focus bahagya ang kalaban mo.
And the brave trust, of course, of TNT Catropa and our governors.
Parang may kulang.
Mamaya makikita nyo.
And we have our fans here, bro. Oh, look at this. Enjoy yung bata.
Pero ako I'm honored, Seb.
Why?
Kasi nakita natin lahat ng mga governors doon, di ba? Yung isa, pinili, tabihan tayo.
Alternate lang yun.
I suddenly
wala lang yung boss ko.
I suddenly feel the honor. In the meantime, oh! sometimes being at the right place at the right time is good.
And the vision of Randel Del Campo, he did not panic. It was a very tight situation. And look at the double team. Two big guys up against him. And on the weak side, Kelly Williams signed the sky play. It was up against a small player and a chance for a three-point play.
Coming up, free throws. Hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to go ang nag-iisang manong ng bayan. In the meantime, Randy Del now replaced by Tatua.
And this is one play, Dom, na hindi nakita ng TNT nung Game 2. Two big guys, double teaming aggressively, the guy who's trying to post up. So that means the weak side cutter, who is a big man, will be up against a smaller defender. Kaya pwede talaga siyang kumat and score on a higher percentage.
Actually, that can be Mo Tatua and Kelly Williams. Na kayang-kayang talunan yung mas maliliit ng San Miguel.
Nice pass and Rhodes! Slow it down! And listen to this crowd roar!
Pinatahimik lang ni Charles Rhodes.
Tayo.
Anong magandang play?
And TNT by 3. RR fires, no, Rhodes all pumped up right now.
Pero nakita mo dapat yung reaction ng Charles Rhodes nung na-shoot kanina yung play na yun. Nakaupo siya sa bench nun eh. He was all fired up. So pinasok siya ni Coach Leo. Answered with a dunk the first time. Let's see what he can do now.
High post screen. There's a foul. And both teams in. No, correct. That TNT with their third team foul. While San Miguel, on the other hand, has 4. Watch this.
This is really a huge challenge, how to defend that pick and roll, because you have to show a little bit hard if it's Lassiter or Cabagnot using that screen. Now, who's going to rotate on Rhodes? There's no blocker inside. The rim protector, Smith, is on the bench, so might as well take advantage. He might be a little frustrated because he's not getting the minutes that he feels like he deserves in the second quarter.
We are currently in a 30-second timeout requested by, I think, TNT. San Miguel, rather, sorry. 47-44. And we are down to the last 20.3 seconds of this first half of game number 3. And this is the schedule. Pwera na itong game 3. Ito na yung nangyayari sa harap ninyo. Dito pa rin tayo sa Araneta all the way if we need to play a game 6. But if there is a need for a game 7, we go to the Mall of Asia Arena. Difference between the clocks, about 6 seconds. High post, big again. Here we go with a familiar mover. Rella escapes, gets it to go.
It was good decision making by Brian Haruel. Naka 3-point siya kanina. This time, they were actually going to look for Alex Cabagnot coming off that screen. But he saw it was RR Garcia dire-diretso to the basket.
And just
points.
a no-no. That was just, and bad defense in the part of RR. Kumampiyansa rin siya.
Blah! Blah! Castro is caught by Haruela.
Eh kanina kasi 2 beses na siyang nalusutan eh. Being able to recover that time.
Inbound. Who takes the shot? It's going to be short. And San Miguel's defense airtight in the dying seconds, but TNT still up by 1. And it's been an eventful first half so far. And it is close and tight as ever. Watch this again. Bang! Right there. And we're going to check out in a short while our halftime honors and our Firefly kasama mo player of the half. And it's brought to you by Firefly LED. Kasama mo up to 2 times longer than other LED bulbs. 90 pesos ang suggested retail price. And RR Garcia is that person, Firefly LED. Kasama mo our trio and our quartet of broadcasters will be right back. It's time for halftime with Philippines TNT by 1, 47-46 against San Miguel.
I have my weaknesses, but I choose to be strong. I choose to be brave.
I am aware of my flaws, but I choose to be fierce. I choose to do right by others.
I have my doubts and my struggles, but I choose to go all out. I choose to be different.
I choose to be free.
I am what I choose.
I choose to keep fighting,
To carry on.
to live courageously.
TV5 pushes me to be what I want to be.
It encourages me.
It inspires me.
TV5 keeps the fight in me burning.
I choose TV5.
I choose courage.
Hey guys, this is David Semrad from the San Miguel Beermen, and this is Recaption. Okay, this photo was taken back during our college days in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. And I would call it, if I was to recaption this, it'd be shredded. This is one of my favorite pictures. This was back in 2014. Me and Bitoy Omalon holding up Coach Leo. And if I were to recaption this one, it would be Sweet Championship. This one, again, this is fresh from a championship. My girlfriend and I in Boracay. If I was to recaption this, it would be Sweet Kiss. This is one of my favorite pictures as well. This is back in college in San Beda when we were champions, and this is with our dad, and this is for Dad, and if I was to recaption it, love you, Dad. This is David Semrad from the San Miguel Beermen. You can follow me on Instagram at David J. Semrad, and again, this is Recaption.
David Semrad, our star sa ating Oppo recaption. 2 points for him so far in this one as his team, the San Miguel Beermen, are trailing at the end of the first 24 minutes of action. Aaron Ataide, Miss Denise Tan po ang inyong kasama dito sa ating Oppo Sports 5 Center. It is 47-46 in favor of TNT Katropa as both of these teams trying to get a foothold and a 2-1 series lead. Napakainit na laban, Denise. Simula pa lang nito, first half pa lang, and it's already with the fans, with the players, it's ang init na.
You know what I like seeing, Aaron? Siyempre, the players, I mean, the local players together with the import, working hand in hand. Not just TNT, pati itong San Miguel. As we all know, Game 2, very good performance coming from San Miguel. Dahil nakita natin, it's not just, you know, Charles Rhodes really working for it, but every single one of the Beermen talagang nagpapakitang gilas.
Oras na ngayon para makita ang inyong mga social media comments na pinadala nyo sa amin through Twitter and through Facebook.
Ayan, ang sabi ni Edgardo, TNT yan, hindi magpapadaig ang opensa ni Castro at samahan pa ng depensa ni Smith. Ang sabi naman ni Argel, TNT, si Smith na magaling sa rebounding at para kayong nakaapak ng balat ng saging pag nakabantay kay Castro. At ang sabi naman ni Rina, SMB ang aabante dahil sa depensa ng Twin Towers at mga tres ni Cabagnot at Lassiter. Isama pa ang bilis ni Chris Ross.
We will see if those things are able to pull SMB into the lead pagdating po ng ating second half. But of course, right now, lipat naman tayo galing sa Twitter and Facebook, hashtag InstaFans naman po tayo. Lahat ng mga litrato yung kasama ng ating mga idolo dito sa PBA. And we start out with this one.
Ayan si Chris Ross kasama ni Roxy sa Araneta Coliseum. Mukhang naabangan after ng game.
Ayan.
Ayan, kasama naman ni JJ.
Ito si JJ Kraken Ross, kasama si Marshall Lassiter. Ito naman si Santos, I guess, kasama si The Blur, Jason Castro, and Kelly Williams, kasama si Angelica Garcia Serrano. Fantastic picture right there. Napakataas ng angulo kasi ang laki ni Kelly Williams. Joining us right now in the Oppo Sports 5 Center Studios, we have Commissioner. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. I understand we have something very, very incredible that we're talking about right now. The blood drive that we had earlier today.
Yes, it was quite a successful occasion. No? So I'm very, very thankful to all those people who came over and donated blood. Especially those people who just passed by and did not even have any interest in watching the game. So nagpapasalamat po kami sa lahat na nagdalo rito at namigay po ng dugo.
Alam natin, no, it's the second year for the blood drive. Are we expecting it to be more often? Hindi na siya yearly, pero I mean, a lot of people showed support. Just like what you said, yung mga napadaan lang, really wanting to help out. Mas madadalas po ba ng pangyayaring to?
We're working on a program that will be a continuing one, and it's going to be for a whole year. And that's what we want to do. You know, there were players who wanted to come over, but they couldn't because they were on vacation. I'd like to thank them also, but even just sending their regrets.
Yes.
But they said that in the future, they'd like to be part of it.
So, speaking of partnering and joining, who did we partner up in this one?
It's with Red Cross.
Okay.
So, with Chairman and Senator Gordon. No? So, I'd like to thank him also for looking over us and watching over this this project.
Are we, like Denise said, maybe 2, 3, maybe 1 per conference, no? It would be awesome to see great work. How did this come about, Commander, that we're seeing it and it's really becoming a yearly thing now?
No, kasi what we do, we're trying to really make the CSR projects of the PBA more active. And that's what I think we missed for a long, long time. And there are many proposals that we receive and we study them. So we want to look at worthwhile proposals, and I think this is one of them. We'd like to really be part of that, and we'd like to be able to help other people, especially with blood. No? And I told them, nothing can be more personal than donating your own blood and then giving them to people you do not know. So we need people, a partner, who can guide us in saying, ito yung mga worthy people. And I think there's no better organization here than Red Cross.
Definitely.
Ayan, again, we're talking about this becoming more often, people helping out. Curious lang ako kasi galing akong Batangas kahapon. We had a lot of support for volleyball. Pag ba may mga out-of-town games, naisip din natin or na-consider natin na gawin din yon? Baka madami tayong fans na willing din?
Yes. Yes, of course, definitely. No? But we want it to be organized. So I want a program in place. So that hindi yung basta't naisip lang natin sa kabuo.
That's right.
I want a yearly program. So everything is organized and then we follow them to the letter. Yan ang mas maganda.
All right. Well, thank you to Commissioner Chita for dropping by. Always a pleasure having you here on the show. Also, coming up, syempre, ito na ang Opo kilalanin si Idol kasama si Arwin Santos.
Siguro nung rookie year ko kasi nasa 21 ako noon. Ang nagbigay nito, naalala ko si Coach Alan Gregorio. Siya nagbigay ng nickname na yun. Kaya salamat hanggang ngayon nagagamit at saka talagang gusto ko rin yung kasi Spider-Man, idol natin yan. Nagsimula yun nung unang dumak ako sa All-Star ng ganon. And then after noon, naisipan ko na pag kami pagkakataon, live game sa PBA, gawin ko para kasi wala pa namang gumagawa nun. Minsan kailangan natin para matandaan kayo ng mga, alam mo naman yung mga kabataan, minsan may mga kapwa natin Pilipino. Gusto nila yung mga ganong ibang klaseng dang naman para maiba naman. So nag-click, kaya pag kami dumadang na ganon, walang iba kundi si Arwin Santos yun. Best friend ko lahat sila, best friend ko, wala akong paborito. Pantay-pantay, kumbaga lahat kami parang turingan magkakapatid talaga. Motto, madaling maghanap ng kaibigan, pero mahirap makahanap ng totoong kaibigan. Ako si Arwin Santos ng San Miguel Birmen. Ngayon, kilala niyo na ako.
And there you have it, Arwin Santos. Kilala na nga natin at alam na natin what he is all about. Currently, he now has 4 points. Pero punta naman tayo, siguro kailangan ng konting timeout itong player na to, Aaron. He is now 0 of 7. I am talking about RR Pagoy. Let's watch this.
Ako si RR Pugoy ng TNT Katropa. Time out muna. Ang nagpapangiti sa akin is yung makita ko yung papa tsaka mama ko. Ang paborito kong pagkain na na-miss ko sa Cebu is yung halang-halang tsaka yung inununan. Ang size ng paa ko is size 13 kung panglaro, size 12 naman kung panglakad. What is love? Ang love is isang sacrifice. If you sacrifice, yan ang totoong love. Ang best friend ko sa TNT si Tamsi, tsaka sila Mo. Si Tamsi kasi teammate ko na dati pa. Si Mo din kasi kakulitan ko. Ang pinakamahirap bantayan sa PBA is si Terence Romeo kasi sobrang bilis at tsaka sobrang galing. Sa lahat ng nangarap na maging PBA, dapat huwag kayong sumuko at dapat maging disiplinado kayo at dapat huwag nyo kalimutan yung Panginoon. Ako si RR Pugoy ng TNT Katropa. Game time na!
Game time na nga para kay RR Pugoy. Pagdating po ng second half again, 0 points pa lang para sa kanya, 0 of 7 from the field. He does have 6 rebounds to his name, but he's gonna have to pick up the slack come the second half.
Again, may 24 minutes of action ba tayo? But since halftime, let's take a break at puntahan naman natin ang mundo ng volleyball. Yesterday, the PSL went to Batangas, of course, for a back-to-back game kung saan naglaban ang F2 at ang Santa Lucia. You can see the highlights right there.
Hello mga kapatid, Carla Lazardo here. Today we're here at the Batangas City Convention Center where we have just witnessed two great games dito sa ating Philippine Superliga All-Filipino Conference. The first of which was the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers taking on the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors. So let's check out some of the highlights from this matchup. Both teams coming in this game with a lot of energy dahil parehas silang galing sa isang panalo. Pero nakikita natin na itong F2 Logistics made the most out of their advantage, which is their blocking. At ang ganda rin ng naipakita nilang service game here in Batangas City today. Seeing an attack mula dito kay KKD as well as Abby Maranyo. And they got this victory in 4 sets. They got the win 3 sets to 1, 25-18, 25-16, 18-25, 25-10. Now moving on to our second match between the two powerhouse teams dito sa Philippine Superliga. It is Photon versus Petron, and this match extended into 5 sets. But ultimately, it was the Petron Blaze Spikers that were able to take the win. They were led by Aiza Maiso Puntillas with 16 attacks and 1 block. Great game for the veteran player. She was able to lead her team by example at yan ang ating winning shot dito sa isang epic 5-set mula kay Rhea Meneses celebrating with her team. Great win para dito sa Petron, giving Photon their first loss of this tournament. Now let's check out our upcoming games. It will be Cherry Loom taking on Coco Life, and then the Generica Lifesavers taking on Signal. That will be on Tuesday sa Baliwag Star Arena, Bulacan. So para sa mga PSL fans over there in Bulacan, get your tickets now and watch out for your favorite Philippine Superliga teams. And that is it for today here at Batangas City. Once again, my name is Carla Lizardo, reporting for Sports 5.
Thank you, Carla. As you saw, great action in the world of PSL. Ito naman po ang schedule natin sa PBA D-League happening in June 26th. It will be Racal taking on Wang's Basketball Couriers at 3 p.m. And then the Flying V Thunder taking on Marinerong Pilipino at 5 p.m. Those games will be at the Inares Arena in Pasig City with delayed telecast on Action TV at 8:30 p.m. Siyempre, hindi lang po PSL, hindi lang po D-League and PBA. Siyempre, ang Gilas Pilipinas always at the forefront of it all dito sa Sports 5. And the big show that we have concentrating on them, siyempre po, ang Kwentong Gilas kung saan sinusundan po natin ang lahat ng mga storya ng mga players. Right now, I believe we will be showing the Episode 4, which will be all about Gio Halalon, a brand new face para sa ating koponanan, para sa ating bansa, and immediately showing the hospitality. Galing ata sa pamilya niya to, no? And it's great to see. This is the bonding na rin ng mga players, no?
You know, it's always nice to see all of our players, especially Gio Halalon. Again, like what you said, new face, new player, and new bullet, kumbaga, bagong bala ng Gilas Pilipinas. Kung ano yung pinagdaanan niya, because it's something else, or it's a totally different thing kung sino yung nakikita mo sa loob ng court at kung saan siya nanggaling. July
2, Sunday, 4 p.m. po yan. That will be next Sunday here on TV5. Now we are going to be turning you back on over 47-46 po ang ating nasa ating talaan with TNT Katropa up by 1 against SMB.
Okay, thanks a lot, Aaron and Denise. And that's our count, close and tight as it has been in the first half. We kicked out Coach Ryan for the meantime.
Ano ba yun? Sabi niya, pikon talo. Hindi naman. Nakasalala yung pakain sa kanya. May duties. May
governor, assistant, alternate governor duties. Makita nyo yan mamaya. Pero tingnan natin yung mga keynotes mo, yung mga minarkahan mo na importante sa laro to. You can bring up the graphic anytime. And the Beerman, Dom, take us through this.
Well, we talked about unang-una, Chris Ross and Kabagi's pace. We talk about them being able to get the pace on offense. Kabagnot's numbers right there on the money. 10 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Pero yung Chris Ross wala. Nakuhanan pa ng flagrant foul penalty 1. Energy from the bench. We're talking about it, San Miguel. It's a check why, even if it's only 11 points coming from the bench, maganda yung pinakita ng iba kahit na hindi sila nakapuntos. Yung pangalaman, locate the shooters, get back on transition, Not too many fast break points for TNT. Also, 4 out of 16 ng 3-point shooting ng TNT. So, check para sa San Miguel Beermen. Though they're still down by 1 point, 2 out of 3.
Close and tight as it ever will be, and a lot of drama and emotion also happening even on the way out into the locker rooms. In the meantime, let's check on the Chooks to go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan halftime numbers.
Look at why is TNT up? Because they are shooting the ball better than the San Miguel Beermen. You look at the rebounds, they've been able to control the rebounds. You look at the turnovers, ito yung suspect para dito sa TNT in today's ball game. 15 turnovers already in the first 24 minutes of action. At tignan mo, 16 points ang na-score ng San Miguel off those turnovers. You look at the bench points, TNT will always be ahead in that category. So you expect that. That's okay for TNT, and that's why they have a 1-point lead.
Ako may wild theory, you can correct it. Minsan, pag nakikita mo yung kakampi mo si Junmar, ayaw mo ng rebound. Diba? So
At nasabi yun, that they rely too much on Charles Rhodes and Junmar.
Pwede. Samantala, ito yung mga production. Ito, 15 points. Tama naman yung Roy Lopez. Ako naman ang mali doon. 6 daw. Layo.
Kanan muna!
Sabi sa'yo mali naman ang senyas niya So, ito naman yung production sa kabila. Balansyado. Yung points ay nandun pa rin kay Ross. Meron ba? Meron, tama yan, 5 points. Okay. Samantala, ihatid natin kay Noel Zarate ang Coliseum announcer natin for tonight para sa isang mahalagang presentation sa ating floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we pay tribute to the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police for their tireless efforts in keeping our country safe and protected, and for the soldiers and military personnel who have given their lives for our country, and for those who champion the cause of freedom. Let's call on to center court PBA Commissioner Chito Narvaza. Representing the chairman of the board, the alternate governor of Global Port Batanggia, Mr. Eric Ariola. PBA Treasurer and Governor for the Alaska Aces, Mr. Dickie Backman. Governor for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, Mr. Al Francis Chua. Governor of the Blackwater Elite, Mr. Siliman C. Alternate Governor for the Meralco Bolts, Mr. Ryan Gregorio. Governor of the Phoenix Fuelmasters, Attorney Raymond Zorilla. Governor of the San Miguel Beermen, Mr. Robert Noan. Governor of the Star Hotshots, Mr. Rene Pardo. Alternate Governor of TNT Catropa, Mr. Pato Gregorio. And to receive our donation for the wounded soldiers and military personnel in Marawi, may we call in Brigadier General Jess Gumabao Estuesta, Assistant Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel J1, together with soldiers who were injured in action in Marawi. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our true heroes.
And what a moment for the Philippine Basketball Association for us to participate and be able to do our share. The league, of course, contributing to the effort to maintain peace in troubled areas down in Mindanao.
Gaya nga na sinabi nila, ito mga totoong hero ng ating bansa.
What I love is both teams went on to meet some of the members of the PNP and the soldiers as well.
Round of applause.
Wow, pwede yung peace. Pero yung game, yun ang ewan ko, hindi muna mag-peace yun. Mamaya siguro.
Bagang break lang nung halftime, itong dalawang koponan.
And that's why our dear friend Coach Ryan Gregorio had to hustle downstairs to participate in the presentation as the alternate governor of the Manila Electric Company. In the meantime, if she's ready, let's send it over to Cel. Cel, there was an interesting exit when the first half ended.
Oh yes, very interesting indeed. Napakainit nga ng bakbakan sa first half. At hindi yon nagtapos doon because coming into the dugout, there was a commotion between the two teams and definitely the emotions were high as we've seen what happened in the dugout. So expect these two teams to battle it out here in these last quarters, and for sure the details about this incident will come after the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sal Guevara. In the meantime, the third quarter brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. Tapos ka na sa baba, no? Trabaho ka na.
Pwede na, yes.
Coach Ryan will now update us on his benchmarks. And if you can flash the graphic at any time, we'll go through it. In the meantime, it's 47-46. There's the pass. There's the rejection. Coach, take it away.
Well, Jumbotron Smith was dominating the paint. He only scored 6 points on limited minutes inside only 11 minutes, so he really has to work harder for him to score inside. The 2 RR's offense must be on target. 1 RR Garcia played tremendous basketball, 15 points, but Pugoy still scoreless in today's game. Limit the production of Ross. That's the third benchmark that we have here. So far, so good for them because Ross is only good for 5 points so far and 2 turnovers. And what is nice is if you're TNT, uminit yung ulo ni Ross eh. Natawagan siya ng isang flagrant foul, so that might make him off rhythm a little bit here in the second half.
At simula dito sa ating third quarter, inupok si Chris Ross.
Yes.
Cool down, chill ka muna. And earlier, Marshall Lassiter with a basket. That gives the lead back to San Miguel at 48-47 as we are 30 seconds into quarter number 3 of game 3. Nice pass to the middle!
That's the effect also of Brian Heruela. Yun yung kagandahan doon. He's able to now orchestrate that play. And parang hindi nawala yung Ross. They may feel that absence later on in the other little things na ginagawa ng Chris Ross.
And not only that, with Lassiter shooting from the outside, in transition, he will be guarded. So that will render the inside open. The last 4 points for San Miguel, courtesy of the 2 big men. Rhodes with a slam dunk and Fajardo with an easy twinner.
Life is usually the big man passes to the small man runs. Life was inverted for a moment in that last play. We shall be back with a continuation of this third quarter. We are PBA. We are PBA.
Ready, set, go! Players with the most number of baskets will win the brand new Raleigh GR1 2017. Nakakawanwan na si Kai. Jaime Habol. Okay, go! Power!
Substitution, Brian Reyes for Anthony Severon.
Okay, dribblers ang ating Phoenix Accelerate Moneyball best player of the game is Trixie and Ocampo. And congratulations, Trixie, you've won 3,000 pesos. Hatid sa'yo ng Phoenix Accelerate Gasoline Engine Oil na may speed booster para may power on demand ng kotse mo. Kahit anong trip. Glad you're with us. First basket of TNT in the period. Before that, 6-0 run by the San Miguel Beermen to auspiciously start this third quarter.
And almost every start of the quarter, they've been struggling. They needed a quick timeout in the second quarter because they failed to score early, and now a quick timeout after a 6-0 run. Good thing they were able to respond. The three-point play completed by Mo Tautua.
Here's Rhodes. Lassiter with that shuffle of his. Got Reyes jumping. Rhodes knew he was going to miss, and the ball is taken away from behind the Kraken. Here's the rush. Nahuli. Here comes San Miguel, all 5 men running. The pass to the open, Cabagnot. Fajardo couldn't get to it.
Great effort in the past 2 times para kay RR Pagoy getting those 2 rebounds.
Lead of the Beermen reduced to 2. Jason Castro, the trail is anticipated. Cabagnot half a step ahead. He is gone.
Anticipation once again para kay Alex Cabagnot on the defensive end. Alam mo, pati itong depensa ni Alex Cabagnot has improved through the years.
And then, yes, what about the struggle of Jason Castro? He only scored 4 points in the first 2 quarters with 6 turnovers, and now that's going to be a 7th turnover. And what is so big in our stat line is San Miguel with 18 points off the turnovers as compared to only 4 for TNT. So a bit of a challenge right now for TNT on how to take better care of that leather.
Fajardo with his 3rd foul. In the meantime, a fresh move brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down.
And guess who was able to make that deflection? Yes, Chris Ross on the bench. He did not start his 3rd quarter, but Heruela is not only scoring 5 points already across his name, but more important thing is he's also defending well.
Binibilisan mo pag may sasabihin ako.
Okay, nahiya ako sa'yo.
This assist was brought to you by Silvana Luwilier. Handang mag-assist kahit saan man sa bansa with over 4,000 locations. Tara na sa Silvana. Bibilisan ko rin.
We're willing to share, Tito Seb. That is your time to shine pag may ganyan mga premium.
Sige, pare-pareho tayo mo.
Coach, sabihin ko lang.
Pare-pareho tayong 0 rito pag hindi na binasaya.
Sabihin ko lang sa'yo, Coach Ryan, huwag mong papanoorin nung wala ka kanina dito.
Nagalang-galang ka pa naman kanina. In the meantime, this is gone, and San Miguel always finding a way to score at the half-court set.
Again, it's the unselfishness of the San Miguel Beermen and going to their strengths. Alam nila na meron silang advantage at one point or another, and they're able to find Charles Rhodes diving to that paint and getting the 2 points.
It's just taking advantage. Also, the way they're being defended. Take a look at this. With Heruela trying to create space. I don't know why Mo Tautua had to help out, and that left Rhodes wide open. The reason for that is Smith is not inside to be that shot blocker and rim protector.
In the meantime, that shot is an air ball. 16 points already by Rhodes. He committed that last foul, a rather careless foul. Hilig sumundot dito eh. In the meantime, it is 56-52. Hindi naman natin sinabihan ng hindi kagalang-galang kasama natin kanina at nasa baba. Diba? Matino lahat ang sinabi natin. Pero wag pa rin yung panoorin.
Oh, na, Coach.
Oh, Rhodes going to work.
Well, that time, Charles Rhodes using his strength, using his height, using his ability to get that easy 2.
And pick your poison if you're defending your TNT. They're just doing a single coverage because they don't want the shooters to get their rhythm, specifically Lassiter.
Here comes San Miguel with another rebound. Heruela blocking it and moving it forward. Rather, here's a cross-court. Careless. Gigil on the part of Lassiter.
One of the things that we talked about for San Miguel, what Charles Rhodes brings dito sa San Miguel, yung energy, yung kinakailangan nilang fire off that bench when things don't go well. Like now, because of that energy that he's providing, hindi nila nararamdaman na nakaupo o wala si Chris Ross.
Yes. Smith shopping around. He has an open attempt. Nothing. You know, Boy had that infraction, that violation against Arvin Santos. I sense he might be bothered by it.
He's never the same. After exploding with 27 points in Game 1, did not score in Game 2 for 19 minutes and he was ejected. In today's ball game, he is 0 out of 8 and a lot wide open threes that usually he makes.
Which are so valuable for the offensive TNT because it spreads it wide open. It has not hit, as you said, so far.
It is very important for the two guards to score well because if they miss an outside shot, expect San Miguel to run because they're going to take advantage of Smith being slow and Fajardo quicker to the basket.
And that's a move brought to you by Smart. Enjoy Smart's newest and fastest LTE network. Rani Del de Ocampo reports back in, pulls out Kelly Williams.
A good substitution for Coach Rosella. Why now they need a shooter in RDO kasi nandyan na yung Smith. Pupuntahan nila sa ilalim yon and that will spread out that floor a little bit more when you have RDO there.
San Miguel with an 8-point lead. Biggest lead is the same as now. Shot will trickle in. And San Miguel with its biggest lead.
Reminds me of that step back shot na naipasok ni Marshall Laster against Meralco. Ano, against
Ginebra.
Yes.
Yeah. Meantime, a 3-point shot brought to you by Oppo F3 Plus dual selfie camera. You hit it right on the top of the nail, Coach Ryan. That's why Randy Del is there.
Mali tayo, Coach. Star.
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 Oo. Star yun.
Star. Tama. Ang lakas pa ng boses ko.
Tayong dalawa yun.
Oo.
Pampira.
Montik pag-overtime yun eh.
Pinaalala pa. Samantala, ay foul sa likod. Alam mo yung composure ng players na napaka-critical dito ha. Kasi nagkakasimplihan ng konti eh. Nagkakapwestuhan, nagkakagulangan. That shot, difficult one, finds its way home. Ang unang maasar talaga talo eh.
Yes. And wow, just exploding at the right time itong si Laster. And just great confidence by Coach Leo Austria. He's been struggling the first two games and now he's got a total of 12 points. But the biggest asset that he has for his team is his ability to shoot from the three-point range. His first shot, pumasok kanina from the three, is 5 out of 14, still struggling from the field. Pero ang importante, maraming pumapasok sa kanyang mga tira.
What you love about these shooters, they'll just shoot. Watch this. Oh, another turnover, 3 in a row from San Miguel. Nanggigigil ang San Miguel.
And that time,
organized.
TNT was able to go down. Marshall not seeing Alex Cabunot wide open sa three-point area.
They're trying to push TNT na tropa to the ground, but they're making mistakes along the way. Great move by Joshua Smith.
And this is where perfect adjustment of Coach Nash Rosella. Very evident in that play because they've anticipated that the doppler usually comes from the baseline and it comes from another big guy. So they put itong si Ranidel de Ocampo sa top of the key. The help side defense was late. An unmolested twinner by Smith.
Here's a fresh move brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down. Glad you're with us. Sunday night, Game 3, finals of the Commissioner's Cup. Seb Sarmiento with Coach Ryan Gregorio. Got Dominic Uy as well as Sel Divara as your broadcast quartet for tonight. In the meantime, there's a foul on that sequence. Semerat with 3 fouls. San Miguel has been steady. They also not needed Arwin Santos on the floor so far in this third quarter.
Laking bagay talaga ng Brian Heruela. He's keeping things composed.
Good point.
He's
Great
able
point.
to rotate that basketball. No turnovers for him. But he's getting the look. He's getting the ball kung saan kinakailangan. Marshall Laster, Alex Cabagnot, Junmar Fajardo.
I'm just happy to be playing.
Oh,
that's his aura. I'm just so happy
yung
to be
request
playing.
ni Junmar, sabay sila sa loob ng court.
Chuks to go ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. And now the selfie fan moment brought to you by Oppo F3 plus dual selfie camera. And forthcoming another Chuks to go free throw. Chuks to go ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Sabi sa inyo, Chuks to go, maglagay kayo rito. Akong baka na kaya kong sabay kainin yung Chuks to go na yan. Kumaandar ang game.
Nasa na ba? Nung first 2 games, meron yan
Sana meron din ngayon. Ngayon ako nakaupo eh.
Swerte ni Dr. J. Ano?
Nakadalawa eh. Madami-dami yun eh.
64 to 60. Ayan, Kinito, dadali ka kasi ng traffic. Hindi ka nakapag-chuks to go tuloy. Naipit ka naman ng din natin ng isang araw ng Biyernes. Cabagnot. Yes!
Well, Sev, let's put the Heruela perspective again. He let Chris Ross rest for about 7 minutes in the third quarter. Tapos pagbigay pa niya kay Chris Ross, lamang pa itong San Miguel.
Oh, good point, ha?
And sometimes, you also measure that eh. Yung player efficiency rating, yung plus-minus. When they entered the ball game, they were down 1 point. Nung nilabas siya, lamang sila ng 6. So that's a positive 7 points for him. And also, yung time ni Ross umupo, he will definitely be energized. Tsaka makukompose na yung kanyang utak. Dahil konting ko na rin ang nangyari sa kanya nung second quarter.
Second quarter, umiinit na yung sinaing dun eh. Bibigay na talaga eh.
At maganda yun na inupo nila because he's really a fire starter. He's that motor para rin sa San Miguel. Even for the guys on the bench and the coaching staff na nakita natin, madami nangyari no second quarter eh. Di ba? Madami mga nakita rin tayong mga fans na pinaurong.
Yes, oo. Hindi, pinaalis. Nawala na sa pwesto
pinaurong
nila.
sa labas.
Yung bagay yung pinaalis at yung pinaurong. Samantala, sandali, huwag kayong magulo. Ang mahal ng masa fans brought to you by Ulalam. Para sa masa, mahal ng masa, Ulalam.
Yung pinaurong parang sa jeep. O, pituhan yan. Usog ka ng konti. Urong yun.
Si Coach RT. Si Coach RT, sumasakay pa ng jeep. Parang ako yun.
Ay! Hindi kailangan.
Maalikabukan yan. 66-61.
Magagalit si Peter niya.
Yung makeup artist na. 66-62 TNT. Trying to keep it as close as possible, which they did in Game 1. That's why they had chances to win that Game 1, which they did. Cabagnot! Make a sum of a foul!
He's just able to break that defense, slice it all the way to the gut, and still get that reverse layup for the 2 points and the foul.
Samantala, non-stop cheer coming up, brought to you by Gulf Oil. Power Track Motorcycle Oils makes your bike run like a super bike with highest power retention all the time.
And this is his most productive performance in this series. In Game 1, he was able to score 16 points in a losing effort. Game 2, 13. And now we're only in the third quarter, pero meron na siyang 19 puntos.
Talk of going beyond your average. 4 minutes to play. Could be an Arwin Santos foul here. Or
Rhodes, I think, will be guilty.
Sumundot na naman. It is, you're right, Coach. And that is his third foul.
Well, it's going to be a hard matchup for him because his mentality is for Smith not to get his spot in his comfort zone. So the push-out defense was very evident there. But that is also not allowed by our refs.
And we've got the Maxilin Face of the Day, brought to you by Maxil Power Tools, Maxilin Quality, Maxilin Service. Sabi ko na nga, mapapatahimik yung Maxilin Face of the Day.
Ako tahimik lang, iba tumayo.
Free throw coming up.
Tumayo ka, Seb?
Di si Roy tumayo eh. Tinitignan yung statistics kung tama ba yung foul.
Hindi pwede magbasa ng cue card na nakatayo. Sipin mo yun. 3 minutes and 50. Whoa! Kala ko mawawala. Si Rhodes. Chumacha. Sumayaw. Libre si Ross. Hello! Hello! 3-point shot brought to you by Oppo F3+2 ang selfie camera. Ang tagal na rotation ng depensa.
Well, before, you can leave him open. And chances are, he's a 20% shooter from the outside. He's gonna miss it. But not today, not anymore.
And you like how Charles Rhodes knows ano yung depensa. Nasa loob yung Josh Smith, that means tatlo lang ang pwede mag-rotate.
Ang layo pa.
Yung shooter.
Ang layo pa nila eh. 72-65. Ross with that dazzling dribble of his. Goes up. Was trying to get a foul more than anything else. That shot. No. Ross tries to tip it back in. Unsuccessful. Nice screen. Arwin with a foul.
Well, that's a lucky play for TNT. Didn't really have the numbers. Didn't really have the floor spacing. Just had a lot of energy.
And intelligent positioning on that semi-screen by Ranidel de Ocampo. Otherwise, if it's just a one-on-one situation, masasapal ni Spider-Man itong si Anthony.
72-65 tally here. Semirad's free throw drops in at talagang mapapawaw ang ating mga PBA fans sa sarap sa kanilang panonood ng ating laban. Lalo na kung kasama ang Oishi Marty's Cracklin, every man's kainuman. Mamaya yan.
Masarap nun, ha? Masarap yun.
Ah, masarap yan.
Sarap yun.
(72-67) inside 3 minutes of the third. Ross tries to blow by everybody. Joshua Smith got a small piece of it. Semerad bungled it momentarily. Tubin is on the floor. Here's Smith. He'll throw that hook. You just know what he's going to do. Here's Ross. Arwin Santos climbs up the wall. Can't make it to go. Got it on the second floor.
The person who knows where that ball is going to fall for usually is the shooter. Yung tumira. He followed that basketball, got his 2 points.
Tubin jamming traffic there. And could be called for this. Yes. A second foul.
So Miguel is already in team penalty. So 2 gift shots will begin to Smith. Take a look at this once again. He saw a small opening. He was able to elude that trap. And yung nipis niya, nagkaroon tuloy siya ng second opportunity to finish that basket.
Bilis ng second jump kasi nito si Arwin Santos.
Almost as high as the first. In the meantime, Smith, who is 5 of 7, is now 5 of 8 from that stride. Castro all set to come back in.
And that is not really his strongest suit, yung free throw shooting. Kaya iniisip nga natin, especially in a series like this, yung pag-sure ball na si Smith, foulin mo na lang. Yun ang ginawa ni Tubit. Take your chances that he's gonna miss his free throws. He missed the first one. And it was a 50% scorer there. So okay pa rin in terms of percentage dahil panira, pang-sure ball yun eh. Ganon kalapit kanina si Smith.
2-minute mark. And Rhodes, Smith with a slight bump. And here comes TNT Katropa. Here's Garcia. Tries to create the opening, but he's going to the corner, you know it. And a foul off his thigh. And Ronald Tubid, his third foul. Garcia all set for charities here. 1 minute rather, and 43 seconds. And so far from the free throw line, 1 of 2 attempts as I introduce this man of action brought to you by Stanley Hand Tools and Power Tools Performance in action.
Seba, hindi kami masyado nagsasalita.
Nahalata ako.
Pag free throw, ikaw na. Ang dami. Go ahead.
Wala na.
Wala naman masyadong ma-analyze eh. Pag free throw, di ba? Wala, mechanics lang. Di ba?
I foresee this trio of broadcasters will never work together again. I foresee it happening. Our producers are shaking their heads.
Unless if there's a clamor.
Which I
Twitter is alive!
Which I seriously doubt. In this social media network era, you can tell who your friends are and followers are. Rhodes will shoot free throws. It's going to be all free throws down the road for this one. You know, you can tell in games. We've done hundreds of them. You can tell that there's going to be a big storm in the fourth quarter. This is like the calm before the storm.
Lalo na kung nakita natin yung nangyari sa first quarter and the second quarter, emotions were running really high.
When
so
it's winning time?
Third quarter, especially pag nagdikitan, you know, when you knock down a big three or get a slam dunk, emotions will rise.
Sa boxing, ano ito, pacing round.
Ito yung mga 7 to 9.
7 to 9, the preparation for 10, 11, 12.
Parang jab-jab lang. Ganun lang. Mamaya may haymaker na.
Ang sa boxing, ang tawag nila dyan, nilalakad lang. Nice move. That's a rejection of that attempt. Arwin gets it to go.
This is dangerous, of course, if you're TNT, because Smith is not inside. Now you turn the ball over like that. That will give San Miguel a chance to run and score on easy baskets.
San Miguel with a 7-point lead. Here's Castro. Garcia all set to provide the pick, but I think it might be a tad too late. Good crossover. Opening. The pass anticipated by Cabagnot. It's a 4-on-1. Cabagnot is gone.
Same situation. Forced turnover. A little tentative on that attack. Castro turning the ball over once again. 2 points na naman ng San Miguel.
Hindi mo makita sa stat sheet doon yung pag-help nitong si Charles Rhodes, which made Jason Castro throw that pass.
Half a minute remaining. Shot clock reduced to 7. Nice scoop.
And that time, inunahan na niya. Sinigurado niyang hindi na makakatalon itong si Charles Rhodes.
Seven-point lead by the Beermen. Final seconds of the third. Here's that familiar pick. Open is Ross. Tubin says, let me join the party. Circles away. And we're just about ready to be done until the shot, no. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is 79-72. San Miguel Beer ahead here in Game 3 as we review the power move of the quarter brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. The fourth quarter awaits you.
Mas marami ka pang fans sa paggawaan ng pamaypay. Yung mga videos mo, mas marami pang views sa mga bahay sa Tagaytay.
Thanks for the wonderful surprise.
Friends?
I love you. Ganon lang kasimple.
Catch the new episodes.
Please keep watching.
Click the link.
Subscribe to D5 Studio on YouTube for more shows.
San Miguel, but they were able to make a stop, and Jason Castro in the open court. That is about the only clean shot that he can actually take the entire ball game.
Fresh move brought to you by Rexona. It won't let you down. You know, both sides, both coaches. Obviously, Pete, na hindi bumababa agad yung mga tao nila. Pero nagre-react pa, human lang eh, no? Nagre-react pa doon sa previous play, sumisigaw na yung mga coaches.
But you like how na-shootan sila ng layup pero gaano kabilis yung pagbalik ng San Miguel to try and get back that 2 points.
Nakatalikod pa yung TNT kasi.
And that's really, you do not allow the opposing team to celebrate. You gotta keep them on their toes.
I agree.
Diba? Ganda ang ginagawa ng San Miguel doon.
San Miguel, now by 8, 84-76. So yun ang key sa buhay, less than 10, ha?
64%. Itong San Miguel in the third quarter. Yung kanilang field goal shooting, 32 lang para sa TNT.
Wala kalamangan ng San Miguel. Less than 10.
Okay, very clear. Now even more, less than 10, as Kelly Williams has a huge follow-up. Will shoot a free throw after a foul as well. Now Rhodes, with that grimace on his face, you know a foul was called against him.
You know what I'm surprised dito sa laro nito, San Miguel usually is they're okay in fast break points. Pero ito yung kalamangan nila, yung laki ng lamang nila in fast break points against TNT, 15-2 in the first 3 quarters.
In the meantime, Chooks to go free throw. Chooks to go, nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Self, join us please.
After checking in the last huddle coming into the fourth quarter, the coaches are saying they have a lot of confidence and they like the energy of the guys on the floor, plus the fact that they have a lot of weapons to contain or limit Jason Castro. Back to you.
And look at that, Lassiter just circling around the perimeter, found a small gap, filled it up.
The ball screen defense has been a perennial problem here for TNT because they have to defend the dribbler, they also have to defend that roller to the basket. And as a result, namumroblema sila sa kanilang rotation. Now, on the offensive end naman, ang dami talagang turnovers eh. And the worst part about this is, again, Ross was able to force that turnover, and the turnover points just keep on piling para rito sa San Miguel.
I think that last sequence was a foul on Williams.
Yes, illegal screen ang nabigay kay Kelly Williams.
Here's Rhodes, takes it in the air, shoots and scores!
Oh, check out the energy na pinakita ng Charles Rhodes.
Sobra.
Pinahirapan na siya ni Kelly Williamson. Kelly could not play any better defense that time. But Rhodes just overpowering Kelly Williams.
In the meantime, with a 10-point lead, a timeout has been taken by TNT Katropas. So what kind it will be? It is a full version. I think they have a lot to discuss. Down by 10.
I got Rhodes. So si Kelly is on Ross and we come a helper. Ano tayo? So, watch out for that back screen. I go under that one. Okay? Okay. Ready na. Pwede tayo pumunta ngayon sa post against Rhodes. Okay? Post against Rhodes. Okay. If you post up, okay, play that.
Ready, guys? This is our preview shootout from TCL. Ready, set, go! Points to be 2 points. You still have 20 seconds. Ang mananalo ay makamatagpang ng LEDTV from TCL. 1 point. You still have 10 seconds, go! Okay, ang ating winner
Substitution drops assist for Ryan Reyes.
San Miguel with a 10-point lead. 9:23 remaining. Final push of game number 3. Series is currently tied at 1 game apiece. They go to Smith. Williams. 8 seconds of the shot clock. Jason trying to make a decision. Jam. Pushes it up nonetheless.
Gumawa ng paraan si Jason Castro on almost another turnover for him, but he did not hear the whistle. Let's take a look at this double team once again.
Not giving up. Jason Castro getting 2 points.
Ross trying to provide a shield for Lassiter. This is the ad-lib portion of the play. Wrong pick. That's 4.
Now this
5,
is
sorry.
critical.
That's
Yes.
5.
So with 8:51 remaining here in the ball game, tama. Sumenyas na ng pang-5 foul si Roy. At yun na, magpapalit ng tao itong San Miguel. This is a cue for TNT to make a comeback.
An established position, ano? Hindi na ibigay na, hindi nag-freeze muna eh. Kailangan planado na eh, planchado na eh.
Ang mabigat sa San Miguel, umupo yung road, sino pumasok?
Junmar naman.
Parang import yun eh.
Ako na papasok sa Junmar. Samantala, pasa sa labas. Libre. Ayaw pumasok ang mga tira ng TNT sa labas, ha? They're trying to force it inside. Try to get something from Smith. Wow, sakit niya. Tubid is sprawled on the floor.
Now, if it is a small guy who will help out on that baseline drop step of Smith, kayang-kaya na Smith yan. Nababother itong si Smith pag dalawang big guys ang magdo-double team sa kanya. Now, the challenge once again is for him to consistently make his free throws. He's been a 50% shooter all throughout the series. Kailangan na yung mga puntos niya because his team is down by 8. Yeah, medyo mas maganda ngayon. 6 out of 9 from the free throw line. But very critical itong mga free throw shots na ito.
Chooks to go ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan free throw moment. Nakaswerte sa kanya ito. Chooks to go ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan.
Ako nabigyan ng GC.
Oo. Alam mo, bilib ka dito kay Ronald Tubid. Alam mo, pagka ganyan kalaki yung kalaban mo, paminsan mag-hesitate ka to help eh. Ronald Tubid, hesitate is not in his vocabulary.
O, tingnan mo, dalawang free throw na ipasok.
Oo nga.
Chooks to go. Ang nag-iisang free throw na ipasok. Op, sandali, sabit. Foul si Pugoy.
Tulip ka rin sa kumpiyansa ni Coach Nash dito kay Pugoy, ano? 23 minutes ang kanyang nilaro. Still 0 in the ball game right now.
He's hoping he'll snap out of it, whatever
Yes.
it is.
But it is good because he's known to be a good defender too, kaya may value pa rin siya dito sa kanilang 5.
The one who's interestingly, and I'm not questioning Nash Rosella, is the absence of Troy Rosario. I have not seen him in quite a while.
Yeah, the minutes that was supposed to be for Rosario was given to Ranidel de Ocampo. They need that spacer or that floor spacer inside because yung napag-usapan nga natin, kaya naman ni Troy Rosario tumira from the corners pero hindi pumapasok.
San Miguel trying to rush to the basket while the defenses look at Junmar Fajardo dive for the ball.
Oh, that's just incredible inspiration. If you're San Miguel, you have your 3-time MVP diving for that loose ball. Wow, grabe talaga. Mamomotivate ang buong kupunan mo.
Ang init nilang magbaka ng mga fans. Alamin natin, sino bang manok nila?
Junmar Fajardo.
Dahil?
Halimaw siya!
Ang manok ng bayan nila ay?
SMB!
Sinong manok nila sa final?
Manok namin para sa finals ng TNT Katropa, ang nag-iisang best point guard in Asia, Jason Castro, the Blur.
Wow! Yan ang kanilang manok ng bayan! Anong sigaw?
Token take! Fight, fight, fight!
Brandon Galileo couple for Kelly Williams.
Balik po tayo dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. San Miguel with a 6-point lead, 88-82, 7:35 remaining. Lassiter knocks it in.
Again, that ball screen, you have to go over if it is Lassiter who's using that screen. But against a wide screener na si Junmar Fajardo, just that slight opening was enough for him
Tsaka
to
taas
make
ng
another
screen,
basket.
nasa may 3 points eh.
By the time you make that adjustment, naipit ka na.
Wala na.
16 points by Lassiter. Nice drive, but a little too much spin on that one. And even the shot clock nearly catching up with them. Lassiter to Ross. Ross goes baseline. Goes to the other end. Cabagnot slows it down. Arvin waiting for a pass, but allows Cabagnot to shoot. Can't get it to go. 90-82 tally here, 6:40 remaining. Inside we go to Smith, makes that spin, gets it to Brawl.
Again, that spots triangle on the strong side. When he makes that baseline drop step, only a small man can offer that help. Against Chris Ross, kayang umiskor ni Smith yun.
Coaches of San Miguel hard at work. Dice talking about exactly what you just said.
Yes.
That doesn't bite. Cabagnot. Ross. Fajardo.
Napakabilis ng bola ng San Miguel. They're just attacking you one way, whether it's a pick and roll or going to that basket. You're forced to help, they'll kick it out, and then again, one dribble going to that basket. The offense of San Miguel is just so potent.
And the extra possession. You already allowed, if you're playing defense, you allowed a missed shot, but you must be able to get that rebound because you're down by 6 points. Nung nakashoot yung San Miguel doon, di naging 8 yun. Ayun, sinasabi natin, if he makes that drop step against a small man, kaya niyang umiskor.
And it's a move brought to you by Smart. Enjoy Smart's newest and fastest LTE network now. Boy, the offense just ambling along, trying to find its rhythm. San Miguel just throwing up everybody on TNT Katropa. And you know, the points you were making about San Miguel, everybody is a threat. Before Ross, you could say, okay, let him shoot. Just let him shoot. He won't make it anyway. Not anymore.
That's why Chris Ross averages, what, 38 minutes a ball game. Eh, mabigat in today's ball game. May Brian Heruela, may Ronald Tubid. Nung nandun sa loob, inupo si Cabagnot at si Chris Ross. Hindi nag-iba yung tema ng game. Actually, nag-iba nung kay Brian Heruela. Gumanda pa.
Oo, nag-plus 7 pa siya, di ba?
Coach.
Sa player efficiency.
Less than 10 na naman yun.
Kaya natin.
I am in awe of your ability to recall something discussed in the third quarter. Ross clipped on the, it was hit on the head actually.
Now you look at the 5 of San Miguel right now, they don't have an import because Rhodes, 5 fouls na siya as early as the 8-minute mark. But you have to remember, itong 5 to, the best 5 players playing together in the league. 3-time All-Filipino champions in the last 3 All-Filipino Cups. So alam mo na maganda yung chemistry nito.
In the meantime, first free throw goes, and coming up is a Maxcellent dunk brought to you by Maxcell Power Tools. Maxcellent quality, Maxcellent service. I saw on the social networks some fans have even discussed this could be one of those 5s that are aligned with some great 5s that San Miguel has had through the years.
And it's a very deep San Miguel history. Kaya nakakabilib itong 5 na develop na ito.
Open shot. Some open shots not biting.
It's not even close.
Oh, but si Pugoy not having a good game at all.
Arvin.
And this is a huge problem for TNT because they turned the ball over a lot of times in this quarter or in this ball game. 24-6 ang naging difference run. And every time they miss a shot so bad, tumatakbo na yung San Miguel eh. Kaya hirap na hirap makarecover itong si Smith in transition.
It's a 30-second timeout.
Another 8-3 run for the Beermen in the last 2 minutes. And really, they know it. Preparado itong San Miguel, and they have the tools and the weapons to be able to maximize yung potential. You look at TNT, could have been different if you had 100% dito kay Josh Smith and be able to play a lot more minutes.
There's a lot of time, you know, but I'm speculating, gentlemen. R.R. Pugoy is thinking, I hope this game gets over with quickly. You know, he has Arwin Santos in his mind right now.
Oh, that is a very good point because of what happened in Game 2. Remember, after scoring 27, he only had a 19-minute playing time nung Game 2, pero na flagrant foul siya. So, ito tuloy-tuloy yung kanyang masamang laro. As of course, we saw Kiefer Ravena there with Miss Valdez.
Oh. The Phenoms, diba? The Phenoms.
Yeah. Hindi, kilala ko naman kasi pero parang nakayuko.
Okay, stop it right now. Sel Guevara, break up this happy reunion here. Sel.
Sakit din siya ko kakatawa. But anyway, Arwin is definitely on RR's mind because after that FQ situation last game, RR Pogoy has noticeably been elusive. Umiiwas siya sa interviews kanina. He was open to say na nasobran daw siya ng gigil in last game to duplicate a good performance. Kaya yon ang naging resulta ng kanyang sobra sa gigil. So baka ngayon naman, sobra naman sa control. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Sel Guevara, patrolling the beat tonight. 4:37 to go. San Miguel in front, 96-88. Of course, Keeper's dad, one of the assistant coaches there in TNT Catropa. One of the slyest to ever play in the PBA, Bong Ravena. Marshall hooks it outside. Ross knows the shot clock is down to 3. And he's on fire! 3-point shot brought to you by Omo F3 Plus Dual Selfie Camera.
We talk about presence of mind. Shot clock was winding down. No other choice for him but to take that shot. And he was able to make it in the nick of time.
6 points for Chris Ross in the fourth quarter.
Where will the points come from? Ooh. Traveling is the call.
And it's the right call to make. Because he was expecting again a double team. It didn't come. Pero nagwobble yung kanyang pivot foot.
Sure Sealer of the game brought to you by Sure Seal. Dahan-dahan ang pagtuyo. Yeah, he was cracked. And the Beermen will utilize a 30-second timeout up by 11 with 3:42 to go here in game number 3. Series is currently tied at 1 apiece.
TNT has to make their move now. 3 minutes and 42. They got to make that one last stand. Be able to put pressure dito sa San Miguel because after that third quarter, San Miguel has built that confidence. Yung pag-ikot ng bola, yung kanilang depensa, it's all there.
And the inability of TNT to shoot well from the outside, yun ang nagiging problema nila. We've talked about the absence once again of the offensive might of RR Pugoy. And the question in everybody's mind is, bakit is still playing? Parang, di ba, minsan pwedeng balasa yun eh. I thought Ryan Reyes played well in the first 2 quarters, but it is the kind of trust that, and the bond that they have, Coach Nash Rosell, of course, and RR Pugoy, they've come a long way.
And yung Ryan Reyes, siya rin nakakuha ng F1 kanina kay Chris Ross.
Yes, tama. Ngayon, pinagpahinga na si Pugoy. They're going with a 3 big lineup. Semerad is playing the 3 spot once again.
Ross. Kabaknot. Tippin by Junmar. Counted ba?
Yeah, it's a...
Pero kanina bibigay kay Junmar or kay Kabagnot?
Baka kay Kabagnot. Yeah, 25. That 23. Sige.
Tama ka, Coach. 23 kay Kabagnot.
Yes.
Smith kicks it outside, long attempt, no. And this is the shot that has deserted TNT Katropa. Connections to the outside. They're attempting a bit of a dribble drive, but the corner's not delivering. Semera too strong at the rebound. Rhodes has been a colossus tonight. Leo Austria telling his troops, let's use some clock here. Kabagnat has other ideas. Bagsak si Junmar. Naipit sa balasa. Picks himself up though. Here's a lob pass and Rhodes takes it away.
Now it's just the story of the ball game. 10 points for Castro. Pedestrian numbers for him in terms of offense, but 10 turnovers as well. That's just too much.
Pagdating naman dito kay Charles Rhodes, 25 points, 20 rebounds.
Smith jamming the pass, lead, and go ahead to Castro.
Still enough time for TNT to get back in this ball game. It's an 11-point lead.
Yeah, one final stand. And it's a full timeout by the Beermen.
Wow! Unbelievable!
OMG! This is so viralicious! In-upload ko na yung songs natin sa YouTube account natin!
Ting-ting man yan, siksik naman ng mga muscle, maraming laman. Mga bakal na, binabarbell ko, dinadumbbell niya lang.
PBA Commissioner's Cup, Best of 7, Finals Game Number 4, Kispiter San Miguel Beermen and TNT Katropa sa darating ng Miyerkules, June 28, dito pa rin sa Smart Araneta Coliseum sa ganap na alas 7 ng gabi. Magkita-kita po tayo muli. We are PBA!
Substitution for the signing for Joshua Smith. Our Pinoy for Anthony Semera.
(101 to 90). Troy Rosario has been fielded in. They're trying a bit of a press, trying to get some points in the last 2 minutes on a couple of steals. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Cobra, sa Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka! Shot clock reduced to 3. Lassiter embattled, lead pass. There's a good catch. RR is gone.
They kept on the pressure that time. I think TNT was able to force that turnover, getting the 2 points.
Trying to get a little bit faster. The 5 of Coach Nash Rosella right now. You've mentioned it. Troy Rosario playing for the very first time in this ball game. Pinahinga si Smith. That is the reason. They want to force turnovers, score quickly on fast breaks, and hopefully bounce back in this ball game. They're down by 9, but it's not impossible.
I think the timer that was it a 30? Yep, it was a 30, and the San Miguel Beermen with Cabagnot and Ross still combining so well.
Alex Cabagnot was able to take on the control dun sa scoring. Nung nawala itong si Chris Ross. And Chris Ross, nung pagbalik niya, second part of that third quarter, humabol pagdating dun sa mga puntos.
And there was a time in the fourth quarter where natawagan ng panglimang foul itong si Rhodes. So they played with their all-Filipino, the solid 5 inside. And instead of relinquishing the lead, they were able to increase their lead. So ang ganda talaga nung chemistry ng 5 sa San Miguel.
One minute and a half. Cabagnor. Another stellar performance. Rhodes, 5 personals and all. Ross likes this spot. 3-point shot brought to you by Oppo F3 plus dual selfie camera. Castro says, I like that spot.
And you like how San Miguel is able to break that pressure now of TNT. And this is what you call championship experience for San Miguel. A number of these players, basically the entire team, has had numerous championship experience. So those emotions, yung kinakailangan mong gawin when it is the time to win, they know what to do.
We're going to check out this excellent shot brought to you by Stanley Hand Tools and Power Tools. Performance in action.
And just the spread, the scoring spread of the local sub San Miguel. 16 points, Lassiter coming out of a slump. Cabagnot, 23 points to lead all scorers sa local crew ni Coach Leo Austria. And of course, 25 points for Rhodes. And coming to life, itong si Ross with 17. Fajardo, 6 points, but you can just kumbaga appreciate yung kanyang unselfishness. 6 na puntos lamang, hindi siya naghahanap ng kanyang puntos. He's a willing passer because the defense really collapses on him. And the more important thing for him is at the end of this game, panalo ang kanyang kupunan.
Separate parts doing a cohesive job. And it's 104.95. Let's speculate here with a minute and 6 remaining. The onus obviously will be on TNT Catropa. They'll be down probably 2-1 at the end of today as we head towards Game 4 on Wednesday. What are the things to look forward to and things you need to work on in practice? Let's start with Coach Ryan.
Well, part of my benchmark, Jumpotron must make his presence felt inside. Unfortunately, he struggled all throughout the ball game. Number 2, RR Pugoy and Garcia must contribute. And look at Pugoy's numbers. 2nd straight game, 0 points for him. And the 3rd one, how to limit the options of Chris Ross. Chris Ross with 17 and a lot of intangibles. He was able to control the ball game with his tenacity on defense as well.
Anything to add, Dom, on that?
I think they gotta be able to knock down some 3-point shots. Really, that's one of the strengths. Kailangan ng outside shooting.
Junmar. Rhodes jumping up and down. He wanted to dunk the ball.
Another thing, maybe a check on emotions as well para dito sa TNT to be able to get yung stay focused. Kasi itong San Miguel, pag mawalan ka lang ng focus sandali, maiwanan mo sila sandali, they'll really make you pay.
Cabagnot and company are down to the last 46 seconds. And Cabagnot is not yet done.
They're just breaking and splitting that double team.
And a little sideshow, of course, for our best player of the conference. 2 of the guards of San Miguel battling each other. Cabagnot and Chris Ross.
You know, one thing you gotta...
Wow! Unbelievable!
OMG! This is so viralicious! In-upload ko na yung songs natin sa YouTube account natin!
Tingting man yan, siksik naman ng mga muscle, maraming laman. Mga bakal na, binabarbell ko, dinadumbbell niya lang.
Bell! RR, get the ball!
106.95. Charles Rhodes, you know, you might say he's going to be lang, normal yan. But, you know, the back he has in the game, quite something.
We talked about Charles Rhodes, you know, andyan yung athleticism, andyan yung energy. Yung hinahanap sa kanya ng San Miguel, he makes his team go to that next level. And it's not, he not necessarily creates his own shots. He goes into the flow of the offense, yung strengths ng kanyang mga teammates. Kapag nandyan kasama niya si Junmar, or pagkasama niya yung mga locals with Cabagnot and Chris Ross, alam niya kung saan siya puposisyon at makakakuha ng puntos.
Very good point. And now, time, not the friend exactly of TNT Gatropa. Joshua Smith, not a bad game, if you think, but not import numbers.
Oh, he took only 5 attempts from the field, 5 out of 8. Good in terms of percentage. 18 points, 14 rebounds. But the problem really is his inability to defend the transition, especially if the outside shooters cannot knock it in. Long rebound, naiiwanan talaga siya sa fast break.
Is the injury compounding that?
Oh,
that's a question that we have to investigate the next couple of days, because he was doubtful. In fact, for the series, it's just that he wanted to play, and that is angled away. San Miguel will win game number 3.
Hindi nakakabilisan itong si Joshua Smith. Tapos samahan mo pa ng injury sa paa. Kaya naman limited minutes talaga ang naibibigay sa kanya.
Well, that was interesting. Arwin Santos just tapped R.R. Pugoy and said, "Congrats, huh? Stay game. Nice game, huh?"
Meron pa rin namang ano yan, kumbaga respect sa isa't isa because of their alma mater. So maski pa ano, chuma charge, tama raus pa rin yan. Malaking bagay pa rin yun. But definitely a huge struggle for R.R. Pugoy after an incredible performance in Game 1, 0 in the second, and 0 again in Game 3.
You know, San Miguel used to have a catchphrase, a tagline for their advertising. Iba ang may pinagsamahan, and this unit just has been together through so much, even with the addition of Rhodes. And sometimes, even if Rhodes does not play,
and you just fast-track the camaraderie when you win championships. At alam naman nila na it is hard to be on top, to be number 1, but it's harder to stay on top. So they really have that kind of a chemistry if they want to win this confidence wherein hirap na hirap sila. Historically, this is the confidence that they don't like. But so far, 2-1 for San Miguel.
San Miguel Beer takes a 2-1 lead and the Commissioner's Cup Finals. In a short while, there's so many things to do at the end game. First in the agenda is the power move of the quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Tunay na lakas. And that is the final score, 109-95, and San Miguel with the 2-1 lead in the series, Dom.
Cabagnot, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. What a fantastic performance. You know, we talk about San Miguel being unselfish. It's allowing other people, their teammates, to be great. It doesn't matter if it's Cabagnot today. It doesn't matter if it's Chris Ross the other day, or Charles Rhodes, or Junmar Fajardo. They are all just focused on one thing, another championship.
That's well said, Dom. And Firefly, kasama mo player of the game, is brought to you by Firefly LED. Kasama mo up to 2 times longer than other LED bulbs. 90 pesos suggested retail price. Firefly LED, kasama mo at kasama niya si Sal Guevara.
Yes, that is right. Kasama natin ang ating Firefly. Kasama mo, be the player of the game, none other than Alex Cabagnot. Alex, here is a little something from our friends from Firefly. Okay, Alex has 28 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 10 out of 23 from the field. So, welcome dun sa iyong maliit na presence. So, Alex, Chris Ross set out for 3 minutes after being slapped in F1, but your team was still up. So, what does that say about the trust and confidence that you guys have for each other?
Well, you know, we have a deep bench naman talaga. We have a lot of players that are very capable, and we trust each other naman talaga with those things. So God willing, for this result, for the results that we have.
Alex, this series has been definitely emotional, a lot of intensity going on between the two teams. Now, how should a champion team like you stay composed all throughout this series?
Well, it's just 2-1. We need 2 more games, and I think Talking Tex is a tough team, and we have to keep going back to the drawing board and making the right adjustments and staying ahead of the learning curve para sana manalo.
Looking forward to Game 4 now. Alex, time for greetings.
Yeah, well, my cousin Chris. Yeah, my cousin Chris from Starstruck. He's here, batch 1. You know what? This guy is, yeah, I love that guy. So, for all the San Miguel fans, happy birthday to Charles Rhodes. I'm glad that we won for him.
May handaan.
I hope so. Sana,
Pansit.
Sana Shangri-La Heat. So,
sarap naman.
Sana.
Yayain mo naman kami.
Everybody's invited.
All right, so thank you very much once again, Alex.
How are you?
Congratulations and thank you so much, Alex Cabagnot. Be the player of the game. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Cel Guevara. Cel Guevara and Cabagnot just invited everybody. You know, this series has raw emotion written all over it. You know, basketball strategy happening. But only one team can move forward and win this championship. Who will claim game number 4? That's something to look forward to. I will miss the 2 of you till then, or till the next time they decide to put us all together. So, in behalf of these 2, we will not say anything anymore at this point. Thank you for joining us. In behalf of Coach Ryan Gregorio and Dominic Goy and Cel Guevara and our hardworking Sports Vibe team that never goes home in all these gymnasiums. Thank you for joining us. San Miguel Beer with a 2-1 lead over TNT Catropa in the PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon. We are PBA.
We're on our 3rd game, and we have a commanding lead pagka naging 3-1. But it's really hard to win a game, win number 3, because alam naman natin kanina lahat naglabasan yung intensity ng mga players to the point na magkaroon sila ng kaguluhan doon sa court. But I told the players na we have to be focused and we don't want to engage in any untoward incident against them because we're trying to protect the image of the San Miguel Beer. And that's unang pinoprotektahan ng boss namin, especially si Ramon, ang ayaw nila ng ganyan. But we will not back down.
Because this is a corporate rival between Ramon and NAPP. So it also involves the players of both opposing teams. So what can you say that San Miguel and Tex?
Well, there's a corporate rivalry. It doesn't matter to us. We're professional. We have to play according to our game plan, and we're not thinking of the rivalry. So the rivalry is how they play, and that's what we want to show. Okay, we should not be affected kung ano mang meron sa korporasyon dahil we're a different department nasa sports kami.
Okay.
So
you beat Talking Tex badly into straight games. Ano tingin mo pwede pa nilang gawin adjustments?
There's so many things for them to adjust but especially next games will be on Wednesday, so we have 2 days off before the 4th game, so makaka-rest sila and then makakapag-isip, and then alam naman natin na there's a lot of people helping them, so a lot of coaching staff, so let's see what will happen. But in our part, so it's our job to see what kind of adjustment we have to do.
What do you say about the officiating?
Okay, and Coach Leo, Austria putting things into perspective after, boy, what an emotional roller coaster of Game 3, huh?
At saka yung alam mo na itong si Coach Leo, tailor-made dito sa kanyang punan, yung demeanor niya, yung kanyang humility. Tsaka constant reminders lang siya, hindi masyadong komplikado. Kaya motivated yung kanyang mga manlalaro.
Okay, what we will do here is we'll sail through game number 3. It was close and tight until it broke open at a certain point, which has been the theme of this series actually. There always is a break open point. Let's start with you, Dom.
Oh, this first quarter, you know, it was a good start by the San Miguel Beermen, pero may pambalik itong TNT all the way into that first quarter, and we ended that first quarter tied 23-all. So you gotta give credit to both these teams.
At dito nasira Matko sa second quarter. Tinanong ko si Dom dito, bakit? Pareho yung output. Ganun pala nangyari. Close pa rin dito kasi. More than 10 kasi.
Well, yung second quarter, lamang pa nga itong TNT at the end of 24 minutes, 47-46. But come third quarter, dito talaga bumulusok yung kupunan ng San Miguel.
Well, you talk about them being able to play as a team, stopping and converting on the other end, the Brian Heruela effect, meaning yung mga pumapasok, guys like Tubid, it doesn't matter, di ba? Kahit sino nandun sa loob, they're able to maintain that energy and that defensive strategy.
And the finishing touches, thing that is not working for TNT Catropa, and you can agree or disagree with, is their outside shooting. It's not there. Nobody can seem to hit from the outside.
Well, the biggest difference really is the contribution of RR Pugoy after erupting for 27 points in Game 1, 0 out of 9 from the field again sa Game 3. So yung outside sniping niya, it's important in the whole offensive scheme of TNT. You miss that, that will allow San Miguel to get that long rebound on their way to their fast break attack.
You also look at yung pag hindi makashoot sa labas yung RR Pugoy and the other wing guys, now sisikip din para kay Jason Castro, which forces them into our statistic. 23 turnovers para sa TNT, 10 dyan kay Jason Castro. You know the offense starts with Jason, but you have to be able to give him space by knocking down shots when he passes the ball, at the same time being able to give him good screens.
RR Garcia, the phenomenal game, in fact had more than the import tonight, but the outside connection, that is the missing link, I think, for TNT Catropa.
Only 8 out of 25 from the three-point range. Actually, halos parehong-pareho sila ng San Miguel. Ang diferensya lang talaga yung fast break attack. Lalong-lalo na Alex Cabagnot, 28, a lot coming on fast break situations. And look at the 2020 performance of Charles Rhodes, 25 points and 20 rebounds. And Chris Ross getting enough rest because of the heads-up play of Brian Heruela. Had a lot of energy in the fourth quarter, score 17, and Marshall Lassiter, after having a tough time in the first 2 games, only 8 points average with 17 in Game 3.
Malaking sinabi ni Leo Oster, they'll have 2 days to prepare. So will TNT Catropa. So the chess game continues for our coaches. These fans, isama nyo na kanina pa nakaabang itong mga ito. Sila po, we are PBA po, ika nga. Okay, on that note, in behalf of Dom and Coach Ryan and Sel Guevara, thank you for joining us. San Miguel already with a 2-1 lead in the series in the championship of the Commissioner's Cup for 2017. We'll see you next time. We are PBA. We are PBA. We are PBA.